okay, remember, we're here to win.
Awesome shield.
Oh, no.
Awesome shield. Awesome shield.
Just going to play that once in a while throughout the show. Awesome shield, guys. Awesome shield.
Awesome shield.
It's not an awesome shield. The match hasn't started yet.
Nope. It's not an awesome shield at all. It's
But
just...
also, it's Reinhardt.
It's
He has the shield up constantly. What the hell?
That put me off so hard. Everything else about that video was kind of fine. That part.
Nope.
Well, we'll talk about the rest.
You're wrong. You're just wrong. It's in our news.
We'll
but
talk
you're just
about it in
wrong.
the news. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about today. We got a lot coming up. I'm Scott. That's Bo. That's John. And we're here to do the Core podcast. You may have heard of it. Tell your friends. We're here to talk about video games and the goings on around the industry, as well as the things we've been playing. And I want to start things off today by letting people know that I put a piece up on core.show all about the Microsoft situation. And basically, I just took it as a chance to make some predictions about where this leads. We'll get to it later in the news, what actually happened. But the shakeups there could lead to a number of scenarios that at least I think we might. And I go through them all. I try to do as good a job as I could linking off to some of this so that you guys could get all the verification as to what I'm trying to talk about. I'd love to get your feedback and your thoughts. We've had some pretty good comments so far, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. So go check that out, core.show. It's the very first article and currently is available for everyone to read. It's also up on our Patreon, so check it out when you've got a moment. All right, guys, we're jumping right in because there's a lot today. All right, a lot. Can I just let me give a tease. Later in today's show, Bo Schwartz went ham on Next Fest this year. John usually does a bunch of dipping in, right? That's a thing we've been used to some years. I'll play a bunch of these demos, but usually one of us just really goes nuts. And this year, this month, now, Bo has gone bananas. He's played everything. Not everything, but a lot of things, right?
I'm glad about because I did none.
Yeah.
So
I've only done a couple, and Bo really...
honestly, as many as I did, there was stuff I left off the table because I just ran out of time.
Yeah, it's hard to get it all in, right? It's like
there was actually a lot of interesting things.
So we're going to talk about those later. There's just a tease for you. But for now, this. The big games of March. March is upon us. Stupid Smarch weather. And we're going to talk about them. There are a lot more coming out than we're going to probably talk about. Like usual, we're going to focus on the big stuff or the things that maybe that we here as hosts are most excited about. If we leave something off that you at home are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't talk about 1348 ex voto. Well, let us know why we missed out. Okay. I don't know what that game is. 1348 ex voto. You guys familiar with it?
Never heard of that.
Me neither. Collector's Cove. Don't know what that is. There's Damon and Baby. That's coming out on everything on March 26th. We're not going to be talking about those. We're going to talk instead about Crimson Desert.
Can I?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, hang on. Before we get into this list, can I tell you about something new I discovered on Steam that kind of does this?
Do it.
That is interesting. All right, go to your Steam store.
Mm-hmm.
At the top, you'll see recommendations. The button says recommendations.
Yeah.
If you click the down arrow and show more, you'll see Explore My Calendar, your personal calendar.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
I'm pulling it up
calendar.
now. It's taking forever. I think I'm doing an update. Hold on.
It'll say your personalized calendar, a personalized for you list of 100 games that released recently or coming soon. But what I found interesting was if you scroll down, they have like a calendar view of games coming out.
Where are you seeing this again? Sorry, give us the start point.
At the top, go to the store page.
Yeah.
You see there's a ribbon.
Oh, recommendations. Got it.
personal
Recommendations
calendar.
down.
Yeah.
And go to Explore My Calendar under your personal calendar. It's new.
Oh, interesting. Are these
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Scroll down to where you get to the calendar view of upcoming.
Okay.
Where
Interesting.
It shows you a calendar view of release dates. And
This is
games it
neat.
Thinks you will like, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually very cool." I saw stuff on there. I was like, "Oh, I didn't know Scott Pilgrim was coming out." EX, that's like March 3rd. Holy shit! Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Pocket is releasing this Nevergrave. I don't know if I'll play it, but it was interesting to find out about. Slay the Spire on March 5th. Marathon, it's kind of what we do, but like this calendar view with the little graphics on there, I'm like, this thing's freaking useful.
Yeah,
there's
it's really
Stranding
cool.
too. Like the visualness of this was.
I mean,
I liked it.
it's obviously not, doesn't include other platforms, but as far as like a quick Steam view of everything, this is great.
Yeah,
and it's
and
not
it's
just
not-
your wish list stuff. It's like everything coming out.
I think what it's showing you, because I think is like, it's what it thinks you will like. So if you go to the top and increase the game count to 500 instead of 100, the calendar will have more shit in it. But when I put 500, I get weird shit like Mama's Sleeping Angels. I don't want to play that.
Yeah. Weird. You can do the wish list thing I was just talking about. So you can show them, hide them, or only wish list, only things you wish listed. That's that's actually useful. Because I've got hundreds of wish lists and I lose track. I don't know when shit's coming out. So this is great.
I mean, it just depends like how much of a game buyer you are. But as we do this show, we definitely keep our eye on a lot of stuff. So I just thought it was awesome. I'm not saying we replaced what we're doing now with it. I just thought while we're on the subject, I found this out like 2 days ago. And I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, this is very cool.
That's very cool. I didn't know they did it. You can even hide games in early access if you're not interested in testing these things before you buy them. Yeah. That's neat. All right. Good find, dude.
Very, very cool.
I didn't know. John, you didn't know about this, right? We didn't know.
No idea. Apparently not a Steam Power user.
It says it's new, so it might have just been, I don't even know if it might be new, like brand new. Like I might have found it the day it launched. I have no idea when it came out.
Yeah, this could be brand new. I know they've added a bunch of new stuff. They're doing a kind of a Discordification to all their communication stuff and their chat junk. That isn't rolled out to me yet anyway. So I've only seen preview images of all that, but looks very Discordy. It's obviously very, like Blizzard's, it's very embedded in their ecosystem, but seems neat. Right. I don't think it's meant to necessarily compete with Discord, but it may pull a lot of gaming groups who are on Steam all the time over there where they play anyway. So I don't know. Have to see. All right. Well, that's cool.
Sorry about that.
No, it's good.
Share that.
Nice catch. That's very cool.
No, I think a lot of people are going to be excited you did.
Probably some other stuff going on over there that we don't even know about. So more people, tell us more. Crimson Desert coming out on, where'd the date go? Hold on.
March 12th.
March 12th. Are you excited?
Am I right? Did I get that right from memory? I was from memory.
Why can't I see it? Oh, I'm looking at the previous month. That would be why. Here we go. The 12th is not it.
No, 19.
19. No, 19. Yeah, it's coming out on the 19th. You'll be okay, though. You got some time.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Is that, you're going to be all right?
I guess so. I guess I'll have to play some more Warcraft.
I guess so.
I mean, John, where do you stand on Crimson Desert? Are you kind of...
I haven't followed it as closely. I just keep hearing and seeing like the hype around it. Big thank you to Dr. Tolbert who gifted it to me while we were talking about it. So I'm gonna be trying it. So sounds good. Thank you. But I'm actually really excited for it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, this looks crazy good. What is this gonna be? And every time I hear Bo talk about it, I'm like, surely it can't be all of this. So I'm
telling you didn't play Black Desert, but because I know you, but it's good. It'll be good. Trust me.
Yeah, but will it be Black Desert again?
It looks crazy.
Single player Black Desert. Like, is that what we're looking at?
But honestly, if it's single player Black Desert, that solves a lot of problems.
A lot of issues I have with Black Desert.
Like the main draw of Black Desert is combat. It's like hella fun. Like forget like, oh, am I immersed in it? Maybe you won't be. I don't know. Will the mini games be fun? I don't know. They're kind of tedious and it's kind of crazy in the game. But will the combat be freaking awesome? Yes, it will. Like that, they've proven that they like to make really fun, flashy combat that's satisfying. You will like that. Like this, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's the first time they've ever released a single player game. But I have a lot of faith that you're gonna get your money's worth out of it. Yeah. Especially now that rather than having to buy it, it's doctor recommended. You give a prescription for Crimson Desert. I mean, it seems like you should play it if you want to be healthy.
Yeah, the Frog Pants doctor has literally endorsed it. At least one out of all the doctors.
Move where you have a halberd and you plant the halberd into the ground and pole vault and jump kick somebody. Sweet. How many games do that?
It's not enough. Not enough.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Right, so there you go.
All right, you sold me.
Game of the year.
There's a mech and you can pole vault into people's faces. I like it. Anyway, that's coming. People are pretty excited about it. I don't need to pre-order it. I'll wait. I'm going to wait till the day, and then I'll get it.
Yeah, let me play the shit out of it, and then you'll be like, oh, it's too popular now.
I can't be in this high bubble.
People are too excited about this game. I don't want to play it.
I'm going to go play some chorecore thing from 2 years ago.
People say it's good. Boulder's Gate, more like
Borders
Gate.
Boring game.
Boring Gate.
3.
Expedition 33. How about Expedition Not For Me?
Oh,
That's a good rhyme.
yeah,
That's a good rhyme and a good time. See, I tried and it didn't work as well. Anyway, that's coming up. So watch for dude jumping around doing cool stuff in a game. Marathon comes out on I thought I had all these
5th.
dates here and I don't.
There,
5th.
the 5th says here.
So that's soon.
Played it.
It
A
comes
lot
out
of
this.
people playing it right now because they're doing their stress test, and that might have ended, but it was happening.
I think it's the
still
weekend,
happening.
Server Slam weekend. Yeah, I played it yesterday.
Yeah, I'm really curious about your takes. We'll talk about them. I guess we don't have to
Games I
now. We'll do
played.
them later. But
It's part of the list.
let's see, is that the same day as the Pokemon game? It is. So that Pokemon Pokopia or Pokopia.
Pokopia.
I like Poketopia better for some reason.
Pokopia, a good thing or a bad thing? Like we have Utopia and Dystopia, and then we just have regular Topia.
Pokopia.
What's a Pokopia?
Well, it is set in a ruined world. You know how Kirby's last game was kind of like this, where everything's Mad Maxed and the mall's all empty and has overgrowth of plants and it's all rubble and stuff. It's kind of like that. It's like a apocalyptic idea, but it's cute.
Feels like Nintendo's gearing us up for something.
Yeah.
Nintendo's like, get ready, folks.
I feel like Japan and their developers have a finger on that pulse that perhaps we don't have. But
Get ready.
I'm unreasonably excited about this one because I think it looks really neato and different and something that I might really like. So
It looks like Animal Crossing, but we replaced all the tools with Pokemon.
kind of, yeah.
You don't get a watering can, you get a Squirtle.
Yeah.
You don't, here's a Charmander, start a fire.
And your lady or your dude, whoever you choose, your character, you don't really have arms. You got like,
Well, no, you're a Ditto.
you're an actual Ditto?
Yeah, so you're
Oh.
a Ditto Pokemon that was like, I can look like a human.
No, you're a
what?
Ditto.
And then it turned into an abomination. And it's like, perfect.
It is pretty freaky.
I've done it.
I didn't realize that. Can you evolve to that form from other base Pokemon and choose, or we don't know? Maybe we don't know.
What? No, I don't know.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just don't know how you get
Ditto
to.
doesn't evolve. Ditto just turns into other things.
Oh,
He just
okay.
sees other Pokemon and goes, I could do that. And apparently he saw a human and was like, I could do that.
Oh, so then Ditto's gonna you're just gonna be able to be anything you need to be in the situation. That's how that's
Right.
gonna go.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
okay.
guys,
Yeah.
you ever find your parents Ditto?
Ditto? They're Ditto?
Yeah, it's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really awkward when you find your parents Ditto.
Bo was so excited for that. He couldn't wait.
It's a terrible joke.
Funny.
It was terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I like it. I'm not saying it's bad. You should always do those. Share those every time they come through. I hadn't seen you laugh that hard about anything before, so that was awesome.
That's stupid. Okay.
Well, and then you got your Slay the Spire 2, which I think may end up being the thing that everybody plays the most in that way.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited about
More player
that.
co-op, baby.
Apparently it's early access release. Am I
Yes.
correct on that? This
Believe
is not
so.
the full launch. This is early access.
Let me read here. Yep, early access
game
on March
included.
5th. So who knows how far along they are, but my guess is if that co-op's already included, they're pretty far down the road. So I'm guessing this is like a balancing period where
They did that with the first one too. They're pretty.
was the first one? I didn't know it was early access in the first one.
I believe so. I believe it was.
I was
Because they added stuff later, like the defect. I don't think the defect was there on launch.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And definitely the mantra lady, I can't remember what she's called. The mystic was not there either. And they added like more shit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the first one was early access and this one will be too. Because they like to get their game balance down.
If I was an indie team and I was working on a deck builder / roguelike type thing, because that's the craze, everybody's making more and more, I would avoid March entirely. I would not launch anywhere near this beast. This thing's going to be massive.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Here is what they have to say about their early access. It's kind of what we said. It's for balance, quality of life features, make sure there's no issues on a large scale. They're expecting it to go for about 1.5 years. The price is going to go up post full launch. So if you want in at a discount, that's another thing. They're going to add more gameplay content, a true ending, various game modes, improved balance, a ton of bug fixes, compatibility, visual effects, and stuff like that.
True ending.
It does sound like, in general, it's going to be launching in a fairly complete state with a lot of, additional periphery added over the next year or so.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I am very much looking forward to playing it. So that's when I'll get early in early access, no problem. Super fun on the go, too. Solasta 2 is coming out. I can't believe that's already coming out. Let's see.
That's kind of crazy.
March 12th for that. And I loved the first one. The second one looks cool. I watched somebody live streaming a build of it the other day. I don't know who the streamer was. And it looks really cool. Like it's more Solasta, but it looks better. It looks like they've really, polished it up compared to the first game's like art style and stuff. And it still uses that whatever you call that open source. What's it called? Open 5e D&D rules. What is it? Open 5e or something like that. Whatever it is.
Well, you're talking about the I can't remember either now.
It's the non.
It's not ostrich, but they have a an open
game license, OGL.
Yes, they're OGL. Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
There you go.
That was chat.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
True
Dr.
heroes.
Tolbert.
And I loved
Tezzeret.
the way that game did its interface. I was super into it. So this is just something I'm looking forward to. I hope Solasta 2 can
they're
live
taking
up
their
to
cool
my hype.
thing and making a better version of it. I'm in.
Yeah, I want to play that. Death Stranding 2 on PC. Ooh.
So, that's an early access in March. So just one thing to say about that is I may not be in March.
Wait,
There's
March
lots of games to play.
Well, Solasta 2 says not early access, is it?
It says March 12th. It's got to be. Yeah, coming soon to early access. I'm on the store page.
Oh,
For sure
weird.
it's
They
early
didn't
access.
list it here that way. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
I guess so, but
We'll see what happens on day one.
I mean, it worked for Baldur's Gate 3.
That's true.
yeah, I ain't mad about early access. It's just like, but I'm not like, oh, I got to play it. It's like I might not play it to launch. We'll see. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I remember you didn't want to get too far into BG3 when it was in early access either.
No, I barely played it.
Yeah.
I played it on launch, and I know lots of people who played it over and over again, and it's just like that's fine, but you kind of
burn yourself out.
30% of the game that you're by heart now, and you're thinking about, oh, I know what's going to happen. It'll be this. Like you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and at least me. Maybe not everyone's like.
Well,
that.
you know what the beta.
I like to stay away. Once I play it, and I'm like, hey, this seems like it's going to be sweet. Then I put it away.
Well, you know what happened with the beta phase of Overwatch and our good friend John Jagger. We don't want that to happen again to anybody else.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, even me.
It
Most Overwatch I played was largely in beta.
That's true. Me too. Back then, and it can burn you out. I'm not saying it's not valuable. Certainly, these games benefit from lots of early access and testing.
Sure.
Not an issue, but sometimes as a player, I'm just like, well, do I really want to?
I mean, I'm grateful that people do that. I don't want to do it.
No.
I think the biggest trouble I run into is it does build an unrealistic expectation of the rest of the game, because you end up going into that first act or whatever with such a clear idea of how to play and what to do, that then when the game opens up, you go from this min-maxer know-it-all to I don't know what I'm doing. And all of a sudden the way you play shifts dramatically. And you have to be able to adapt to that and go, okay, that's fine. I don't know everything now all of a sudden, and that's okay.
It can be a little jarring when you've done that. Yeah, I felt that way when I very early on. I think it was Wrath of the Lich King. I did some of that PTR stuff and played quite a bit. And then when the game came out proper, it felt weird hitting that level of wherever the content ended for me during testing, and then where it carried on after that. And it just felt like I knew everything, and then I knew nothing. I didn't like that feeling. So kind of what John just described. Let's talk about, that's it. Oh, Death Stranding. You get to carry shit around. So get that going.
And I guess it's better this time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be awesome. I mean, it was,
I've heard amazing things. So every time it gets brought up in the Discord, there are people that are like, it is one of the best games that came out.
Now, there are many other things on this list, but one of them is I had a question for John. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. Is that of any interest to you?
I've played a lot of Mega Man games. I've played a lot of the various series. The Star Force series is not one of them. So doesn't mean that's not a knock against it. Maybe it's a series for me, but it's not one I have ever played. So I can't say that I'm like, heck yeah, let's get into it.
Did you play the network? What was it called? Network?
Battle Network?
Battle Network. Do you like those?
I thought the Battle Network games were great. I didn't go heavy into them because they were like sort of a weird mix of like Pokemon and like tactics.
Yeah.
But every bit I played of it, I enjoyed. This is kind of a similar. It's in the same vein as the Battle Network.
Gotcha.
But I never went so heavy in the Battle Network games that I was like, well, I want to play this offshoot of it too.
Sure. Did you see either of you see anything on this list that we haven't talked about that you think is? I mean, there's some decent stuff in here.
Well, Planet of Lana 2. Did you bring that up?
No, I had somebody gifted to me Planet of Lana this week because I guess it was on sale. The first one. Who was it? Let me give some credit. It was Poppin' Fresh. And I don't know anything about it. I
thought you played it. Somebody on its crew played the first one.
I just barely got it this week, and it's like I think it's an ex-Blizzard person who made it. Not that it carries as much weight as it used to, but people really like it. So
I bought it, but I never played it. It's one of those games that I purchased, or it was gifted to me, and I have since forgotten. But
just haven't gotten around to it, yeah.
But I never played it, but I have.
I thought somebody on here did. I guess I'm mistaken.
Definitely
that's
not
how
me.
I heard it. I feel like I heard about it from Core.
Maybe it was Planet of a different thing or something.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Planet of Lana. I wonder, can we search all of our, like, does Control F search all of our workbooks?
Yeah, it'll do it.
It just searches the current.
No, you can say all sheets in there.
Oh, all sheets.
Planet of Lana was gifted to me by Poppin' Fresh, so a thank you to Poppin' Fresh from back in March 8th of 2025.
Oh man, he gave me
was gifted.
Just this week Planet of Lana plus
Scott,
Europa bundle.
If you look at episode 461, March 13th, you have Planet of Lana, 2023 game that I missed completely, and what a shame I did.
Hold on. I didn't own it, though. Did I play it on a different platform?
Did you refund it?
You linked to the Steam store, and that was the only game you played this week. This week was a cluster F, and I had very little weighing down.
Got to be kidding. What's the day on it?
461.
461?
2025, March 13th. Almost a year ago to the day. Or 2 years ago.
Chad says it was on Game Pass, so maybe he Game Passed it.
Maybe.
Could be.
I would still link it to Steam if I linked it.
Yeah,
Let's see. 2023 missed Planet of Lana. I don't remember. I haven't installed this new gifted one yet. When I do, it's going to be real embarrassing because I'll immediately go, wait, I've played this.
Maybe. I don't know. But
weird.
I'm not gonna look down my nose at you. I'm sure.
No, we've finally done this where we've hit film sack levels of episodes, and we start forgetting that we've seen certain movies, and it happens almost every day. Like this morning, we were playing games for TMS, and Brian went, "We should watch Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo," and I'm like, "We absolutely have seen that." And then I wasn't sure, and he was not sure, and so I finally went and looked. Sure enough, we had. Happens all the effing time. We've had all four of us on the air go, next week we're doing Limitless with what's his name? Bradley Cooper. Look forward to that. We're all excited. We've never seen this. And about 1,000 people told us between then and the next episode, no, you guys actually did. Here's the date. Here's the episode. It must have been shit because you don't remember anything about it.
Wow.
So I'm starting to do that with games. I feel bad. What are you going to do? I have 3,000 games in my library, man. I can't.
No. It's totally excusable, man. I'm not even...
But I'm excited to play it again.
At all. Yeah, so that's great. Well, that was on there. Scott Pilgrim EX looks pretty cool.
This side-scrolling fighting deal?
Yeah, March 3rd. I might give that a try. I don't know why, but I may try.
That's funny because I feel that way about Super Lucky's Tale. Or no, New Super Lucky's Tale, which is a platformer with a freaking... a kangaroo that I really like the original of, and that just seems like a dumb thing to care about in March 2026, but for some reason I want to kind of see it. So, and look, I don't know if I'll play this one too, but there's Shadow Tactics game coming. Oh, Blades of the Shogun. Wasn't that already?
Oh wait, isn't that already out?
Yeah, that's already a long. That's an
it's
old
just
game.
for NS2, whatever that is. Okay, never mind.
Nintendo Switch 2. Whatever that is.
Oh right.
Hey, Shanafan, let's hear it in the Discord about.
You're finally getting a game that's constantly on sale for $2 on Steam. So
Yeah,
congrats.
but that game is really good. I played that game and beat that game. I got DLC for it and didn't beat it, but the game's still at 94% overall. Really well liked. But again, it's that real-time tactics stuff. And also the studio that made it is gone, I think. I think they got folded.
Oh, okay.
Which bums me out. They also did Shadow Gambit, which is really good, and that Desperado 3 game. I played all three of those. They're really cool. If you remember those old Commando games, or is it Commando? Yeah, Commandos.
Yeah.
Where you had that big, it was World War II, you got the one guy who's good at traps and engineering, basically, and then you got a big guy or whatever, sharpshooters, and you sneak around trying to do sneaky, stealthy shit in real time. That's basically all of these games. And if you like that stuff, they're excellent. All three of those are really good. I don't see anything else on here that's super exciting, though. Neopets? John? Neopets?
I'm good. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Neopets?
Neo. Can I tempt you with some Neopets? Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly remake on everything.
You know what? That's a hell of a game. It's a hell of a survival horror game.
I don't
that
remember.
Might be cool.
Did I
So
play?
we take pictures of ghosts.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of, what's the one with the scissor man? That's Clock Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get those mixed up.
Man.
Scissor Man.
Yeah, it was a guy who had these two
Big
lesbians.
scissors.
Just kidding, that's terrible. He was this guy who had. Sorry, I just learned what scissoring was like a month ago or a year, 2-3 months ago. Yeah,
No, you did.
I did. I learned it on the air.
month ago?
On the air, on the Monday show with my
Everybody who has
daughter.
ever seen South Park knows what scissoring is.
I don't. Did they do an
He
episode with
didn't know.
scissoring?
He just laughed along, I guess.
No, I don't even know if I've seen that episode. I may not have. I really didn't know. And I'm on the Monday show with Carter, my daughter, who goes,
Your daughter taught you what scissoring
well, it's because I started doing this, and it meant like, hey, let's everybody get together. You know, we fit together. Let's do this.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and there's a clip of this somewhere, and she goes, Dad, don't ever do that again. And I went, why? I didn't understand it, and then she explained it, and it was embarrassing as hell. So you guys taught me about edging. She taught me.
I think it's wild that you learned about edging and bukkake before scissoring. Scissoring is like grade one stuff. You know, it's like it's very entry level.
Yeah, it's not an AP course. It's an entry level course here.
Yeah,
I don't like the word entry in this whole discussion.
Oh my gosh,
It's not
Scott,
good.
you are unintentionally a menace. I love it. just walking around being like, we all gotta just do this more.
We gotta go. We gotta get together.
So did you never if you're having a coffee and cigarette out on the
I never smoked, but keep going.
whatever, but you're having a coffee and cigarette out on the cafe and you're alone and you're lost in thought. Your thought had never wandered to I wonder how lesbians have fun with their bodies. What's
Well,
the
I know
deal
one
there?
way. I know one way that's popular.
Yeah.
It ain't this. This to me seems impractical. It seems. That's why I was a little thrown by it because I'm not
there's a lot of
not
sex stuff
poo-pooing
that's
it.
impractical. I mean,
Well, yeah, but in my head, I was like, wait a minute. And then when she described it, I'm like, wait. And I was doing this on camera, like, hold on. What does this? How does it? And I still don't really know why. I mean, I understand the idea of most copulative action is to stimulate one's genitals in some way.
Wow.
I'm glad you took the tone change really helps.
Man. Scott took the sex right out of sex talk.
I'm getting clinical here, but you know what I mean.
Listen, I need to change how I speak so that we can be
Sit down, Jimmy. Let me tell you about copulation.
Copulation and is that the only term for it? Scissoring? Is there another word?
Bumping uglies probably works.
Yeah, but that works for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, I heard that when I was a kid. So
Yeah, that's a you can find that on Tubi, not on
when you
Netflix.
get a term that fun, why come up with another one?
yeah, exactly. I should have stayed with that.
I don't know if
Anyway.
there's another one. Actually, that's a good question.
There probably isn't. Oh, I don't know if it's a good question, but it's a question. That's for sure.
Synonym.
While Bo looks that up, let's move on to some other news.
Bo's getting put on a list.
Yeah, he's gonna.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary has 38 similar words.
Give me.
I don't think these are official terms. No,
Give me
I think they literally mean like as in cutting.
Oh,
Like I don't think amputating is something that's
I hope not.
or
Don't-
anatomizing.
Anatomizing.
Yeah, no, this is not what I meant, Merriam-Webster.
Well, they're like Merriam-Webster's like me and Merriam are the same. We're just assume if you do this, it doesn't. I mean, why? This also whatever. I get. Maybe like
I don't know why you would do it to begin with. Like, usually isn't come together. Usually you do interlocking fingers. You know that. Like, it's a community. Why are you friggin' finger banging yourself to be like, we gotta come together?
Wait, are you asking Scott or are you asking like lesbian?
He's
No,
asking
Scott.
me. He's
I'm
asking.
asking Scott.
I was gonna say because you can put a toy in between the scissors.
I don't know how he arrived as that was the best, easiest way to depict coming together without knowing what scissoring is.
Yeah, I really.
For
didn't
the
know.
record, if you know what it is, that's a great double entendre way to describe coming together.
I can tell.
But
I can tell you.
if you
that
don't
when-
know, it's bizarre.
When I was younger, this is something I'll admit to. If I got nervous in class, this is a common thing I would do. I'd do like this, both ways. And no one ever said anything to me. No teacher went, "Stop that. That's what lesbians do." That didn't happen.
As like a stim.
Yeah, like a kind of like nervous twitch kind of thing I used to do
I
as a
mean,
kid.
there was a guy. I didn't know what sort of disability he had because I was a kid, and you think in rude ways when you're a kid. But he'd literally have his hands in his pants, like as a stim, like
People are
jacking
into it.
basically.
Yeah, people are into that.
Yeah,
That was
well,
not
not that anyone's into it. We're all kids, but it's like, what is that kid doing with his hands in his pants constantly and a boogery nose?
I would give, if I could just for an hour go back in time and hang out with Bo at that age in school and just kind of vibe
We
in
had,
the,
we had a good time.
yeah, just having a fun time.
I was a bit of a dick, though. I was not gonna lie. It's not, but yeah,
I blame
we
it
had a good time.
on that HVAC in your house. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly. It's a trauma. It's just me, like,
yeah, it's
passing
childhood
the
trauma.
along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now I'm traumatizing myself when I do this. Let's move on to this story about Phil Spencer. He's scissoring his way right out of Microsoft.
Yes. Speaking of scissors,
I just want to point out that chat has said interlocking fingers is just 3v3 scissoring, so it's the high guard of scissoring.
Oh, wow.
That's all I want to say.
Well, that means it's going away, and we don't like that.
No, we don't. We don't
Okay,
want that.
good. It's getting
That's a game.
High Guard is just
that
a
we
synonym
can
for
keep-
Overwatch, and Overwatch is pretty gay, so I think we've come full circle.
Overwatch is kind of gay, you know?
Yeah, super gay. In
I
a good
hear-
way, not in a bad
Well,
way.
no, I don't mean a bad way, but like when I hear Reaper yelling at Soldier 76, and I'm like, you two used to be, well, maybe scissoring for all I know.
You didn't scissor me enough, damn it.
Damn it.
I know we're guys.
die.
but Guys can scissor too. Jesus.
Now I'm bye, is what he says. Then he goes,
Bye. It's Reaper's ult. Yeah, great.
terrible. All right.
Yeah, it's
Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, out.
Bye.
Phil is retiring. He's retired after 38 years of the company.
Retiring with quotes.
Yeah, but also 38 years. I feel like that's
Retiring with quotes.
yeah.
It is confirmed. It is all but confirmed.
Oh, all but confirmed.
All but confirmed.
the inverse.
Yeah.
It is confirmed.
But
It is
confirming.
all but
It is all but confirmed.
So how close to confirm? Honestly, like are they actually admitting this somewhere?
99.9% confirmed.
I mean, is that just us making? Because I also have the feeling that there's a lot of this going on. But if we had actual confirmation from Microsoft or anyone else that he's being pushed
38
out,
Years is a long time to work anywhere. Anywheres? Jeez.
anywheres.
Anywheres.
You ever work somewhere for too long?
Anywheres.
It's a long time to work anywhere. So just on paper, like my sensibility is like, yeah, I mean, of course, the guy probably was like, I just want to play some Halo, you know?
Yeah. Or now that he got his Tekken or his not Tekken Hexen wish, you can play Hexen all day now.
Right.
Remember that whole thing?
But yeah, so it's hard to say that people aren't making it a mountain out of a molehill. Also, older guy, maybe he got some health news or just a health scare, decided to do some other shit, or has to do some other shit.
I mean, I doubt it. If I had to guess, this is all like, yeah, none of this is going the way I'd hoped. AI's messing with everything. The leadership's screwing around. I'm going to step down because 38 years is enough, and I don't want to go
It's
over
not
the
like
next
it's
time.
a chill job. It's not like he's filling a seat in some third rung place and nobody pays attention to him and it's easy. It's like he's the head of a multinational brand. Like it's probably a giant pain in the ass that, it becomes kind of optional once you've made a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
I just assume he was been there for the passion of it probably for a while now.
Yeah. And
That
he's got
being
a
said,
nice golden parachute on his way out. That'll be fun.
that being said, who they're replacing him with makes us feel like maybe he was pushed out. Maybe he was fighting against the trend that he just wasn't winning and got frustrated and left. I don't know why Sarah Bond went anywhere.
I don't either, but I've heard some stuff
Seems like-
about how her leadership style was. I'm not going to give any names away, but her leadership style turns out is a little weird or a little rough for a bunch
She's
of
an
people.
AI bro. They watched an interview.
Well, the new lady is. Sarah Bond wasn't.
Oh,
She-
so not Sarah
We're
Bond.
talking about
No,
Sarah
no.
Bond.
yeah.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I read chat and got confused between.
Yeah, I mean, on the outside, it was exciting because it was like, oh, the first black executive at not just Xbox, but I think of a major position at at Microsoft. It all seemed like a great progressive hire and put a good face on everything and all that. But behind the scenes, I think she was hard. This is what I've heard
Well,
from
she might
inside
be-
people.
If they're looking to do a culture shift, she's probably very much, from a vision standpoint, in alignment with Phil Spencer. So keeping her on would be keeping Phil Spencer's, legacy on in a way.
Yeah, and I will say again, this is not confirmed. Phil, according to himself, is retiring. Evidence, and I think a little bit of common sense, kind of suggests that there is a cultural shift going on at Microsoft. Who they hired, what they've done post it, suggests it very strongly that he was asked to step down. He went out looking like it was on his own terms, and the common belief is that Sarah Bond, everybody thought was being groomed to basically be his successor when he left, was not going to be the person put in charge, and decided to leave as a result too. That's the common belief. Whether or not that's true, we will probably never know. You can
Right.
choose to believe it or not. I think that it is undeniable based on who they put in that position. There are big cultural shifts coming for Microsoft that don't necessarily align with the vision. We've already heard it. This new CEO, I guess, has already commented about we're going to reevaluate, putting our games on everything. Like that's something we'll be reevaluating. They're very clearly relooking at all their business decisions from the ground up.
Yeah, well,
And
now
you
that-
don't do that because you're happy with how things have been going.
Well, true. Yeah, I agree with that.
Now that RAM prices are up, the battlefield's changed.
Yeah.
Putting Xbox everywhere makes sense when everyone can afford devices.
Well, then, yeah, even a phone or we haven't
But
seen
when
those
people
go up
can
yet.
barely afford devices, exclusivity makes more sense.
The person taking the position is a former Meta AI executive. Also, she worked at Instacart. She was a big shot there. Her name is Asha Sharma. And she has said repeatedly, and everyone's like, oh, great, an AI person. And the truth of the matter is she's just as much of a logistics person from Instacart as she was working in the AI team over at Meta. So I don't think it's entirely fair to label her with that. But she has had to come out and say, well, my goal is not to slopify the games business. We believe very strongly in the art of creators and, she's saying all the right, hey, gamers, we heard you stuff. So we'd have to see. There's no way to know.
It sounds to me like lip service. Like she's
It
not
always
saying
does.
we're not doing AI. Like you can very easily look at her words. She's not coming out and going, we're not doing AI.
No.
She's saying we're not going to go for AI slop. Well, Microsoft's been saying we're not microslop. We're good. We're good. While everybody's like, no, this is slop. This is bad.
Yeah.
So she's not saying they're not going to do it. And I think it's pretty clear that's what they're doing. I think it's pretty clear that that's what Microsoft in general is getting behind. So I would take everything she says with a massive bit of skepticism.
Here's what she said it's via email to staff. She says, we celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. That's a big nod in the direction of what you're talking about, like maybe this play everywhere thing isn't in our best interest or whatever. She says, third, future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. It's a little bit of nonsense.
I hate when people say play. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There are some EA CEOs that used to do this. They used to say play, we're reinventing play. I hated it then. They also say it was sport.
Yeah.
You know, like we're going to redefine sport. Shut the fuck up. Like I hate it. I don't like this. We're going to figure out play.
Yeah.
You're not. Not if you're talking like that, you're not. You already sound like an alien. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah. She said, there's another one here that's kind of interesting. Let's see, where is this? The return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players who have invested with us over the past 25 years, and to the developers who've built these expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. So in some ways, it sounds like she's trying to at least put over the impression that they're going back to the roots, back to their basics, the things that put them on the console track to be usually second place, once in a while first place, like those values again.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that, because I also think that in some ways Phil was right that we're moving past some of that stuff. So I don't know what to think of it. I don't know.
It's difficult because I think, I saw a lot of people celebrating this when it happened. Like, yay, Phil's out. And look, I'm not going to try and jump on Phil did everything right. Do I think that there's probably a lot of stuff we don't know about him being pressured to do things that maybe even he didn't want to do? Maybe. But at the end of the day, he's the person making those decisions. Whether they were being pushed upon him or not, he's the face of it. He has to take the brunt of it. And there was a lot of stuff in the past couple years of Microsoft that has absolutely sucked that he was the face of, and he needs to be held accountable for it. But I do think that he had an interesting vision. And I do think that some of the directions they wanted to go were not bad ideas. I think that they have lost a bit of identity. So saying like, hey, we want to get back to our roots a little bit. They got to figure that out, though. Yeah. Because what is their identity? They don't have a big lineup of massive first-party titles that people are salivating over, because, again, under Phil's leadership, a lot of those failed. You wouldn't think that a Halo game would come out and be a big resounding meh. But that happened under him, like that's exactly what happened under him.
Yeah. And there are other examples of that too. And as you buy these other studios and now call them first party, because you kind of can now, because you own them, that hasn't yielded massive hits.
Yeah.
Out of that $68 billion, that's just the Activision one, let alone Bethesda and everybody else. I agree with you. Like, they have to figure that out.
Phil Spencer got them out of a really dark place post X-Bone. But
who was that last guy? What was his name?
Was it Don Matrick?
That's it. I don't like that guy at all. He's a poo-poo head.
No, he did a bad job, and Phil pulled out of that tailspin. But it's in another tailspin that he was behind the plane for, and I don't know that anything I'm hearing makes me think that this tailspin's going to pull out. I don't hear a resoundingly confident plan.
I just think that and I did some of this in this Core.show article, but basically Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, back as early as 2014 was saying, we're going to sell off the gaming division. It's just this minute thing we do. It's barely got connection to anything else. Like, he was super down on it. Then he's had ups and downs with it. In public, he said other positive things. Sometimes it switches. I just think working under that lattice work of Microsoftness is very difficult, and I'm not sure anybody has the power to do any better than Phil did. I think he's trying to do the best he can with what he's being told, and then when market shifts happen, the top come down and go, Xbox sucks, let's not do this anymore. And I would retire too. I'd get out of there if it were me. 38 years is enough, number one. Number two, you only have so much power. He's not the head of the company. He's head of a division, and that division is still answerable to the actual leadership of Microsoft. And Satya Nadella is famously like, games, so I don't know. We're gonna have to see how this new lady does. She seems stoked. I'll put up one more quote. She says, my first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. That starts with 3 commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games beloved by players before we do anything. Well, since games take an average of 10 years.
Yeah, what's your plan for the here and now?
Yeah, you got that figured out? So I don't know. It's wild. So that's what's going on at Microsoft. Lots of interesting shmooha there. Shmooha. We got some other good news here. Oh no, this is bad news. It's not just.
Oh no, it's bad.
Yeah, I did like a Dr. Farnsworth. Good news, everyone. Bad news. We have a problem over there at Sony as well. It's being reported, not confirmed by Sony, so I want to make that clear.
This is coming from Jason Schreier, though, just so you know.
A reliable source. The dude often is correct. In fact, as far as I know, I don't know any major thing like this where he was misinformed. So take that for whatever it is. That's the kind of, that's the track record he has.
But he's also not reporting it as official. This is not in like an article he wrote up saying confirmed this is happening, but this is somebody with a lot of insider knowledge, hearing stuff from actual people in the companies, and these are comments that he has passed on, which is that Sony wants to do away with porting their story-based experiences to the PC. They want to keep it on PlayStation exclusive.
I say boo as well. They sell really well on Steam and other platforms. In
fact, he's gone on to say that he believes the Wolverine game, he would be surprised if it made it to the PC.
Like ever.
Wow.
So that's interesting because they've had pretty good success there. If you go look at just sales numbers of Sony titles on PC platforms, the numbers are very high. Are they high enough for Sony? I don't know, but I think this is an effort to keep it exclusive, right? That's the idea.
The problem is that Sony is tanking money. They are going all in on games as a service, and it is not panning out. In most cases, they have lost, it's expected probably billions of dollars on games as a service that haven't panned out. And then even for their single-player experience games, they are sinking an insane amount of money into them between paying for the game to be made and marketing for the games, that even if a game does well, it's not doing anything incredible. So the general consensus is that the money people are going, well, there's no money in single player. We're better off trying to strike it rich, chasing being the next Fortnite, than to just make small little gains on single player experiences.
But if the larger, that makes sense to me from the financial C-suite people. And if they decide, let's say there's a new Nathan Drake game, it'd be a massive announcement, or I don't know, I can't think of another thing right now. But let's say that's one of those. It seems like either they're betting on if we keep more of it to ourselves, that drives hardware sales, meaning people are buying PS5 and PS5 Pro consoles, or just Pros now. I don't think you can get the other one. And that's making up the difference versus selling them on Steam or other PC platforms where they're selling really well, but that may not be what they think would equal more console sales or something because of the exclusivity. It
must be that. I mean, they have been saying that these things are underperforming. Like Spider-Man 2 was considered that it underperformed, and like even on its PC sales side, right? But the issue is that they're releasing these a year later, if not longer. Yeah. I think that Sony would see a different outcome if they put the games out at the same time. The problem is they're going, buy it here. And people go, no, thank you. It's what I did with Ghost of Yotei, right? I played Ghost of Tsushima, loved it, was like, sweet, but I'm not going to pay them twice for a game that I know I'm going to only play on the PC. Yeah. So I waited. And who knows if it's ever going to come. But a year later, am I still going to be excited about Ghost of Yotei? You either have to refire up the marketing machine, which they're already spending an astronomical amount of money doing, to re-promote the game coming out on a different platform that historically doesn't perform super great, or you have to just release it, and then the only people that are there are people who don't have a PlayStation and were willing to wait 1 year to play the game. And even though there are plenty of new other shiny things coming out to go, oh yeah, I want to buy this game that everybody's already played, everybody's already talked about, everybody's already had their experience with. That's not nothing, but I think it would be a different story if it came out at the same time, which the funny thing is Sony has numbers for that. They've done it.
With their multiplayer stuff, they definitely have.
Was it? Yeah, Helldivers.
Helldivers, yeah. Same day.
Came out both places. Guess what the one thing that they were like, hey, we're doing multi-platform, we're doing a big push, it's all coming out at the same thing, and it was successful, was Helldivers too.
Yeah.
Like, that was the one that actually did it. Now, they did try it with other games that didn't succeed, obviously, like Concord, but
all multiplayer
it does
stuff.
have to be a good game.
Yeah.
On top of it, that is another requirement. It does have to actually be a good game. But
how much do you think is driven by what Nintendo does, and they go, maybe we overshot our, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably a desire to like pull back a little.
Yeah, but look at what Nintendo makes. Nintendo doesn't make things that look like Sony games. Sony is the definition. When I used to say, and it still is, we're watching it happen. These news stories are it happening.
Yeah.
When I say that the AAA bubble is going to burst, this is what I'm talking about. It's this sort of shit where it's like, we can't keep having games look like this and have this kind of budget and this kind of marketing and release for this amount of money and still be sustainable. Nintendo is putting out stuff that looks like it belongs on the Xbox 360, but they're doing gameplay first. They're doing charming graphics. And calm down, Nintendo fans. I am exaggerating a little bit. They're gonna be like,
Shanafan is going to give you an anime in the middle of the night.
It's better.
Yeah.
But they're not doing the massive AAA push. How many pixels can we put in Mario's overalls? Like, they're not doing it. They're just making a fun game. So it works for them. And I guarantee you the turnaround time on Nintendo games is a hell of a lot shorter than what it is for Sony games. And I bet you the budgets are significantly less too.
Yeah, and they on the other hand, they also have a very boutique console and fan base, which means that they can do a little less on the fidelity, do a little less on how long it takes to make things, make sure it's fun and has that Nintendo magic, and everyone will just scoop it up and eat it like it's, amazing. And they can charge $79 for it, and they still sell a ton.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how different it is. Well, anyway, we'll see how it all pans out for them. I really hope they don't do this. I want Schreier to be wrong.
Yeah.
But he's probably not wrong.
As somebody who wants to play Wolverine, but I am not going to buy it on PlayStation, I'd love for him to be wrong.
Well, and if this turns out to be true, and they confirm Wolverine will never be anywhere but a PlayStation console, then I probably am getting it there. Maybe it worked on me. I have to dust it off.
Not gonna work on me.
My controller's
mine's
dead.
hooked up.
Yeah,
it's right behind me. It's right there. It's hooked up. I could go play it, but I'm not gonna.
My controller's all dusty, man. I'm not saying I got no problem with Sony stuff. Maybe this is the problem. I've really gotten used to the Sony shit coming about, at least eventually, on my preferred platform.
Yeah.
And maybe they want to dial that back. I don't know.
Well, and I do think to a degree you can also see if Xbox is turning around and going, maybe we should rethink our titles everywhere. You can also see Sony going, well, I guess we're all retreating back to our walled gardens, right? Like, we were all kind of walking out and testing the waters a little bit.
Yeah.
And now if everybody's going back into their houses, I guess we're going home too.
I also think Sony doesn't need 4 tiers of PlayStation Plus. It's confusing and complicated, and people are put off by that. That's my other beef with their games as a service plan. Anyway, topic for a different day. Let's talk about Marvel's Wolverine and the PlayStation, I suppose. Coming September, we got an official announcement date. Whoa. It's coming, you guys. Look at this. September, where's the date?
Only the PS5.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep, fall of 2026. But that's sooner than I thought. I thought they showed so little.
Are never going to see it anymore.
They've showed so little of it that I thought, is this thing ever coming out? And then, there's a date suddenly, and maybe it'll be amazing. I mean, these guys know how to make video games that people love. So
it's funny I said that, but I have a PS5.
Yeah, you do. It's true.
I have a PS5 too, and again, I could play it. I don't really want to play it on PlayStation 5, so when I hear that, I go, maybe I should temper my own expectations because there's a decent chance I'm not playing this video game.
Yeah,
I can live without it. It's, you know what? I think Wolverine's cool. I think the game looks great, but I've played a third-person action game before, a superhero action game. I don't need to go play it on a console I don't really want to play it on, especially because now we are in the place where we've been there for a while, where Bo played, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on a regular PS5 and was like, that wasn't a great experience. I don't want to play Wolverine on a regular PlayStation 5, and I sure as shit don't want to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. So
I might be the dissenter here, because if it's good, like if we get around to the point where like, oh my gosh, they have outdone themselves, these guys have never made a better game, I'm more interested in Wolverine than I am, say, Spider-Man, just generally speaking. That's just a me thing. I'm more likely to grab this on PlayStation because if they say I can't wait. Now, if they say, well, no, it's coming to PC in 6 months to a year, I'll wait. Like, and this is maybe where they get people. Like, I guess I'm at the same time, coming from my perspective, I'm trying to think, am I the person they're talking about when they pull back? Are they trying to get me to go, well, I guess it's time to fire up the PlayStation because that's how I'm playing Wolverine. And maybe that'll work.
You would be.
In some numbers.
100% would
yeah,
be.
and if it's the right amount of people doing that, maybe that's what Sony wants.
Because I see chat going, oh no, I can't believe Sony are making me play games on a console I own. Yeah, like I admit that this is not a high-minded position. The difference is just like, I don't care enough to go dust it off to play it over there.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't care that much.
Right.
Well, the issue is the hardware is bad for what they're making. Like, that was my experience with Final Fantasy VII. So if your solution is, well, okay, we're going to make you play on the bad hardware, like that's just not a great way to.
Well, it's not bad hardware. It's just behind now, right? Like you can do so much more.
Bad for the game, right? So what I'm saying is, like, you can play all kinds of indies on PlayStation and they work great, but Sony's whole thing is pushing the graphical fidelity and it can't handle it. It's what I mean. It's like the underpinnings of what they're trying to do don't support the games they're trying to make. And so I'm going to be realistic about it if they're not, and just say what's going on. It's not hate on the console. It's just, we're making, if you have a product and it runs better on my PC than it does on your console, it's a problem. It's just a problem. I'm sorry, the state of things were that you can't afford to make a cheap enough console with parts that are good enough compared to what I can do. But like, I'd like the best possible version of the game. So there's, if the solution is no more exclusives, as the rumor, and we're not sure, it's a rumor,
right? It's just being reported.
Then that solution is like, oh no, they're enjoying our games better on other devices. We can't have that, and we're going to force you to play it on, less performant machinery, regardless of whether I own it or not. It's just
even the Pro is not going to do what my 3090 does.
Like, I'm willing to play games that are less performant. I have a Steam Deck. Like, obviously, some games just like Yakuza doesn't look as good on there, but
shrinks down and it's fine. Yeah.
So there's a use case for it,
right?
And so I think like providing people, if people want to play it on their TV on the couch, and the PlayStation's how that's set up, and that's great, man.
Yeah.
But they're just saying like, well, the people who want to sit in a computer chair and have like a really high fidelity solo experience, no, they're just saying no to that. Like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's not fun. That's, but so will I buy, like, I don't think I'm that interested in it. It's that but Final Fantasy Rebirth 3 better be on PC.
Well,
or Remake 3.
They'd have to give Square a bunch of exclusivity money and really lock that in.
There are rumors that it might launch day and date on both. It's rumors. Again, you don't know, but there are rumors that is the case.
Yeah, it's just why would Square be punished for, like, it seems like they'd have to give them more and more money.
They'd have to. Sony. Well, they'd have to pay them off, no doubt.
Like, it's like, oh, we thought we were just losing a couple million. Turns out, like, we'd make like 50 million if we sold on PC day and date. Like, you better give us a lot of money now.
Yeah, I think that exclusivity ended with the second one. So, John, the rumors may be right that's what they do.
Square is a top tier PC server with like Final Fantasy 14. Like, there's a lot of people who play Square games on PC, so it's
yeah.
crazy for them to ignore those people.
Yeah, if they do that, they're dumb. They're already kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Well, they can be, I guess.
No, if you've heard Square Enix's financials, you were right the first time.
Yeah, the word dumb is correct. All right, Valve is being sued. The makers of our beloved store of Steam. Bo, I heard say something earlier this week that I want to kind of get into in a sec, but I'll tell you the headline. Valve is being sued for promoting illegal gambling, or at least that is what the New York Attorney General is saying, mainly in the vein of like it's predatory towards kids, getting them to gamble with loot boxes and items, mostly a Counter-Strike issue, but there's other games in the Valve lineup that are a problem. And you said earlier you think it's actually good. Or I saw you say in Discord, you think this pushback has been long needed. Maybe there's
long overdue.
Yeah,
this is like, for all the praise that we give Steam has really been responsible for creating one of the worst, unregulated gambling situations on the internet. Like, there was a expose I saw about CS Skin Go cartels that like send hits out on each other. It's mainly in Europe, not in the States. But there are whole ass like
people been killed over stuff in Counter-Strike.
Well, there are young people who've gotten like addicted to not just the gambling, but the running of gambling sites. You know, when you're the house, you make the money. So obviously, these people are not gambling boxes. These people are gambling keys for boxes and skins and stuff, utilizing the secondary market as utilizing their own secondary market to effectuate trades on the main market, right? And people in the know about this, like kids, like very much in the know how this all works. And because there's so much money involved that they have like their own basically mafia organizations of like gamer young adults. And there was a YouTube, it was like a 3-part series on CoffeeZilla's channel about stream crime. Having to do with, them sending hits out in each other, sending people to intimidate other people in the secondary site things. Like, it is a whole pile of shit that no one's doing nothing about until now, so I'm like, it's about time. Like, this has been festering for a decade or two.
Yeah.
And this is just New York.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this
that's a big deal though,
changes things
because
it's a big deal, but they're a global company.
It's district court, so it's federal, so it has big knock-on effects. My guess is it's enough to make Valve buckle a little if they have a case.
Steam seems like a reputable company for a number of reasons. We would make that inference, right. But this really points to them being very irresponsible
or indifferent, maybe a little bit.
Well, same thing, right?
Well, yeah. Good point.
I don't care if you have a life jacket. Whatever. Not my fault if you drown.
No, that's a good point. I think they do have a little of that, kind of a cultural issue with like, that's fine. I know some of these porn games is some iffy looking images of people that might be too young for a video.
But even on that front, they have gotten rid of. They have they don't put
because of pressure though, right?
No, in some cases they have come down and just gotten rid of clearly sexual assault games and stuff like that. I thought I read.
Yeah,
maybe they could still be doing better. I'm not in their corner defending them. They certainly. It's certainly one of those things where it's like, we don't want to curate anything. Here's the content. You buy it. It's your responsibility, hands off. But at the same time, it's like, well, it's your store. You can't just put anything in the store. You have to make some decisions, guys.
Yeah.
So. They just seem to lean more on hands off, but hands off means other people will take advantage. So you can't, that's not like a thing you can rely on forever. It sounds great, freedom, and we're not going to make any things, but then people are going to do bad things, take advantage, and you're going to be expected to police it and curate it. Otherwise you're abetting.
It's the old, the market will correct itself, or, they always say this, but
well, that's for prices, for content and for
even that, the idea is that the more open the market, the more it will self-regulate. And I think that's misguided overall as a philosophy. I don't think it actually works the way people hope it does, or it doesn't at scale is the problem.
Just look at, that's why video game economies and games are what they are.
Yeah.
Most of us will not take advantage or exploit, but there are people who will run Chinese gold farms.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, remember when that was WoW, they took forever to figure it out. They finally did find a way to curb it, but it's still an issue.
Yeah. Like,
you know,
there's always a person more willing to exploit or take things to the edge or just break the rules.
Edging.
So, well, it's a different thing.
It's not the genitalia.
Not edging. This is it's like loophole searching, whatever that means. I don't know. It's just you find people will find a way to be worse than the next person.
Yeah.
And if you don't do anything about it, it ruins it for people. But when you do something about it, it also ruins it for people. It's like, that's why we can't have nice things. And so I get being in the camp of, well, let's just keep things free. But, it's an excuse I think you can only rely on for so long. And I think the gambling in CSGO, it really is a problem.
Do you think that equally this stuff should be applied to like Labubu blind boxes and like the physical world, MTG for that matter, Magic the Gathering?
It's not like a one solution thing, right? Because humans on some level find it delightful to have a surprise. And we think that's okay. We're not going to regulate birthday gifts, right? Sometimes you get a birthday gift and the person's there in front of you and you open it, you hate it. And then you can experience pain because you're not going to say, I hate this. And depending on who you are, most people, not everyone, are going to go, well, thank you for thinking of me. It was great. Whatever, like you're going to pretend to like the thing maybe, or just focus on the fact that it was nice that they thought of you at all. And that there's a bit of pain associated with that. Because you have to apply some social effort there, but when you genuinely get something you wanted, it's easy. You're just like, oh my god, you shouldn't have done this. It was incredible. And the point is, like, that's a normal operation of our existence. And so making a product that has that is, like, I think kind of a good thing. Like opening a pack and not knowing what's going to happen is kind of a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But then there's somebody there that's like, man, this is an exploit in human behavior. Let's fuck people over.
Let's take advantage.
And that's where it becomes a problem. And then when you say, well, that's where the nuance of the conversation gets lost, because you're like, we just can't have anything nice. And, and the other side's like, you're just going to let criminals run rampant. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we have to draw a line somewhere. It is not some objective truth where we're going to draw the line. We're just going to draw the line at a point where we most unanimously agree it's like, you're being exploitative.
And that line might have some wheels on it, so you can adjust it for time and change and tech and everything else.
I don't want to get rid of the concept of surprise. That's a fun element. And if somebody makes a fun product, toy, whatever, that includes that, is not necessarily a bad thing. Even in game design, there is some merit to the fact that RNG does mean you have to adapt to how things go, and that things that happen that are positive are much better than the things that happen that are negative. But when your business model just becomes, let's exploit, let's obfuscate all the mechanics of how this works so people can't catch us being dirty and being exploitative, that's, I think, when you're over the line. So it's really on a case-by-case basis. And I don't know, probably should be a part of like a regular school curriculum the world over in this day and age. Like in grade 1, you need to start learning about probability and the human behavior around surprises and when that's a bad thing. Whole world should be informed about it. Because right now, I think tech in general, particularly gaming, has an over-reliance on screwing people's capacity in this regard. And that's kind of the state of things right now. All right, lecture over. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I like it. It was good. Your TED Talk was informative. It was a TEDx talk. It wasn't quite the full thing. But,
It was a CoreX talk.
CoreX. There you go. Finally, Overwatch is making a mobile game. We have to talk about this. You heard this clip earlier. Let me regale you with it again.
Spies!
Whoops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Shit.
Awesome shield.
There you go. Awesome shield.
Awesome shield.
All right, so that's a guy, and like a little fake gameplay trailer they made for this thing. The guy acts like Reinhardt doesn't always have his shield up, or that it's different somehow today. Oh man, awesome shield, dude.
Awesome shield.
Anyway, as annoyed as we are about that, there are other problems here. Let's talk about. I want to get John's take first, because the minute you saw this, I felt.
Oh, I had
felt your
so
pain.
many people.
There was a
ping
disturbance in
me.
the force.
Yeah, I
quite
felt
literally.
it. I felt it from John.
I woke up and so many people were like, had already pinged me in Discord. I had so many people messaging me being like, John, look at it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, maybe Jamie with the mashups can find it one day. I'm fairly certain that I have said, I love the characters. I love the setting. I'd love to play a different game in the Overwatch universe. As long as they don't make a mobile game, I'd be interested in playing it. And here we are. They're finally doing it. It's a mobile game.
Yeah.
Here's my gut reaction. Like, obviously, I am not the demographic for this. I don't like Overwatch, and I don't like mobile games. So the first 2 points on this line, that is 2 points long, is not for me. But I think that I do stand by. I think that the characters in Overwatch are very interesting. They're very well designed. They're very colorful and bright. I think the world is an interesting world. It's basically, like a 3D comic book. I'm a big comic book guy. This feels like it calls back to a lot of things I like. G.I. Joe, comic books, superheroes, that sort of thing. So it is something where if Overwatch does something different, that's something that I will absolutely check out because it's not like I hate it on some sort of principle. This game, however, looks like somebody said, how can we take what we had and make it slightly worse and put it on mobile?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's fair.
And that's all this looks like.
When you say
me.
slightly worse, though, everyone like runs really hard, but only moves at a walking pace, and it looks so stupid. Actually,
Well, that's what I mean. Is it's like this is just playing Overwatch, but in a worse way.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm just saying it's not even that good. Like to me, this is not. Like Soldier 76 is like jogging at top speed, but moving at grandma's pace. It looks so stupid.
It's really weird. Also, let's the elephant in the room here. Blizzard has an MMO, or a MOBA, top-down hero MOBA game. It's called Heroes of the Storm. Now they may have decided that thing is just on respiratory, hospice or whatever. However you treat your games when they don't make you enough money or whatever. I still think that would have been a more exciting announcement. That hey, we've decided we're going to make. Not that John would play it, but
we'd be salty. We'd be salty.
We'd be salty, but I'd be less salty. Like this to me just looks like they pulled the camera up, slowed everybody down. I'm going to try this because I need to know when it comes out. All right, I'm going to need to know.
I think the problem with this one is Rumble had this fate, and I feel like it's going to be the same as Rumble, where it's like a day late, dollar short. Like if this came out maybe 10 years ago, it'd be like mind blowing. But I've played like 8 games like this already. Like this is. You know what I mean? This is nothing new. This is like the entry 5,000 of this type of game. Like I couldn't name them all, but there was a few we talked about in the show over the years. I mean, Wild Rift is definitely one of them.
There's that Pokemon game.
There's a ton in China that have been out that I haven't played.
Like, John, what was that Pokemon game?
Unite. There's Unite.
Oh, Unite.
Yeah, Pokemon Unite.
Right.
Yeah.
There was one that was you and I played that was like it was an ex-Heroes developer that was on the team.
Oh, right. That was kind of fun.
I can't remember the name. It was kind of fun. It was good. Like this game's been around for like genre at least 10, if not 15 years. So I feel like this would just be another Warcraft Rumble, honestly. It doesn't look like, even just judging it on its own merits, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but that shield is so awesome, though.
Why is it worth talking about? It's worth talking about because, one, I did feel like this. I think I said this to you guys. Is it felt like somebody over at Blizzard was like, John said positive things about Overwatch? Because I have been pretty positive about the changes they made to that game. I've still said, not for me, but like, hey, they're doing what they need to do with that game. They're really figuring it out. It sounds like an alarm went off at Blizzard HQ and went, John's being positive about Overwatch. Launch emergency countermeasures. And this is exactly what they dropped because, man, they couldn't have put something out that's less for me than this. But I think the other thing is it's not a trailer. Like, let's be as fair to it as possible. This is a very early gameplay demo where people are talking over it, and it is the weirdest thing I've ever heard when it comes to, like, I don't think all of them are coming across fake, but there's a couple people in there that are definitely doing the fake gamer talk thing that we hate so much.
No,
and
it's not a real game where they're tense and going like, "Oh my god!" Like
some of them are. I think some of them are having fun and laughing and being goofballs. It's clearly very edited, obviously, but this guy,
Awesome Shield,
is some bullshit.
The Awesome Shield stands out because the match has not started, and somebody goes, "Awesome Shield." to Reinhardt, I hate it so much.
You would give props to an Awesome Shield if like there was like a big
play,
a big deflect, like a bit like you saw like I don't know a missile coming in. Like I'm just trying to think of what like a.
But they're not out of the base.
Farah's like what did she say? Farah's air barrage there.
Oh yeah, we're getting ferried. We're getting ferried. It's like
what is it?
Justice rains from above.
Justice rains from above, and then the Reinhardt's like
know this?
Puts the shield up and blocks the ult. Then you'd be like, "Fuck, that was sick, dude."
Yeah,
you know, like you would give a compliment for something for a big play getting counted.
Yeah, they didn't really do that. They were just a lot of like, "Hey, that guy's getting in there. Go get the thing. Oh, I better get a healing pack. I'm not feeling well, or whatever."
Run at 0.0 miles an hour. Get the heal pack.
Awesome Shield.
awesome Shield. They're all still in their stupid base.
And like, yeah,
I love that they did it though. I will, because this is going to be one of those ones that lasts forever for me. I'm never going to get tired of how stupid Awesome Shield is, and I will never forget it. So thanks, Blizzard, for that. But I didn't do your game any freaking favors.
The thing is that like they actually had a pretty good couple of weeks with their presentation. Like they did a bunch of direct each week, and like they were better than anticipated. I mean, WoW was already a known element, so people were a little like meh on it, but like. I'm not mad at WoW because they already, you know, the game's coming in a few weeks. Like, whatever, what are they going to do? You know, it's fine. But like Diablo was kind of sicker than expected. Overwatch, I've been playing for weeks, was sicker than expected. And then they're just like, oh, this thing's not done. We need to hook like a full diaper on top of this thing. Like, it's just like some asshole in that company's like, we did great. Let me just chuck this sticky old diaper on top of everything else. And it's like you could have just not. And if it's that early that you didn't even need to announce it, you just kind of like
you also kind of
ruined everything. But
they really hit the momentum. They really slowed it.
Keep the diapers to yourself. Like you just have to include it with the rest of your shit.
Or you know what else? Don't tease this. Just put it out one day. Go. It's live.
This is a game you could shadow drop.
Yeah.
I mean, they should shadow drop everything mobile because even the Diablo announcement was good. The Diablo Immortal announcement was also just like everyone's like scamp, loser, lame, like the worst shit. But clearly, it's a business for them. But clearly, everyone that tunes into the directs doesn't care. like just if it's, I think Diablo Immortal they might actually do good business because. I don't think there are dungeon action RPGs that are that good that they can actually be good in that space.
Yeah, they can dominate.
But the other stuff, they're not like that whole Blizzard makes it. They make a really good version of it. That rule does not apply to mobile so far. They're 1 and 2, and I think soon to be 1 and 3 in that regard.
Yeah.
You know,
I do feel like this is one of those things where it's just Blizzard saying, "Well, we're Blizzard, so we're going to do a tease and kill the momentum that Overwatch is having right now because they're having a moment of
I don't
resurgence.
know that it kills
not
it.
Killed
but
it.
It doesn't. It does because like I think we are good enough at like going okay, you know, it doesn't make me hate Overwatch the real game because they put out a real cringy Overwatch mobile thing. Right. But it is one of those things where it's like, oh good, those people are still there. It's just
they should just make versions of those ads for the markets that play them the most. It can't be the English speaking market.
I can't imagine this.
China, like South America.
And maybe we're dead wrong. Maybe the world's waiting for this and it's gonna be huge. I just don't feel
it could be huge. People could love this. All I can say is that obviously I was not the target demographic, and I it caused my my insides to curl up and wince in pain hearing the dialogue throughout this thing. Like from the "Hey, we're here to win," right, or whatever it is they say at the beginning.
Let me hear
where
that
it's
again. I have it right here.
Okay, remember, we're here to win.
Okay.
Remember, everybody, we're here to win.
No, what? Are you sure?
Awesome shield before the match even starts.
Awesome shield.
Yeah, he says it right after. This is not an edit, by the way. Here, listen to the whole thing.
Okay, remember, we're here to win.
Awesome shield.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so
I
bad.
think the thing is people who advertise on mobile, like they're different.
Oh, I'm so annoyed.
Because like if you've ever seen any mobile ads, you're like they've been the same for a long time, and they have this. They're like, ads should be stupid. They should make the person watching feel stupid. The person in it should be stupid, and it should imply that the person making the ad is also pretty stupid. And that's like the whole world they live in. Because you watch like for PC or even for like console, and you're like, this thing's awesome. Here comes God of War bashing some people. It's like artistic. Hideo made a weird ad for Metal Gear or Death Stranding. Like it's all artsy and thoughtful, and mobile ads are like, me like warning on subways. Jump, awesome shield. Oh, get the house back. Like, it's like, and everyone looks at it and goes, that's good.
Yeah.
Great mobile ad. Like, and I think there are people who watch it and they go like, this is awesome. And I was just like, oh man.
I always wonder if they know this, and then now people are talking more about it because of Awesome Shield, and that is better than the PR they would have gotten without it.
I mean, maybe. Like, the thing is all we're talking about is the beginning. We're not talking about the middle or the end where it actually kind of gets normal. What it feels like, and I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to do a deep dive on the early alpha footage of Overwatch Rush, but it feels like they got a group to play the game, a group of devs, right? And they were like, make sure you guys talk a lot so that we can capture the audio and really sell what this game is about. And some people went in with their little actor hats on and like, I'm going to really ham this up and do something. I'm going to make some magic. And other people were just playing the game, because the people that are like, remember, we're here to win, and the awesome shield guy, through the whole thing, they're like that. There's a lot of extra dialogue that doesn't need to be said that keeps getting thrown out. But there's a couple people in there that only talk about what's happening. They're like, hey, someone's flanking us. Can you push past them? Oh, I'm getting him. I'm going to dive. Normal things that you would say. But there's a couple people that every time they talk, it's something really weird. I think maybe the most underrated moment in the trailer, and I don't blame you if you didn't hear it, because it's hard to make it this long into the gameplay, but I did it for you. No. There is a part where they call out the Mercy for not healing, and I did think that part was funny. they're like, Mercy, you are going to heal, right?
Yeah, the guy says, I am healing. I'm doing the burr.
I am healing.
Yeah,
it's me.
There was maybe a little bit of authenticity to that
it's
bit.
a little bit unrealistic, because in a top-down game, you can see, like
yeah.
The
She's
whole
not
notion
flying,
of
really.
like the Mercy not healing you is because in a first-person shooter, you're locked to looking forward, so you can't see what your healers are doing because they're behind you. I know because I'm playing lots of Overwatch lately.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm like, were they healing me? Because I even get that, and I check the healing scoreboard, and I'm like, oh, their numbers are pretty good. It's probably not.
Yeah, but in this, you see her all the time.
But in this, you don't have to ask or give them shit. You're just like, you either see that they're healing or not. Just like in Heroes, if you see Rhaegar shooting his green beam at people, he's pressing the healing button.
Yeah.
Let's not give him a hard time.
Yeah.
And if you don't see the healing button, you can say, you're not healing.
Well,
So.
we got this call about this very thing that I was going to say, but I'll play it now. It's 30 seconds is all. Let's see if there's any more of this we want to mine. Here you go.
Okay, remember, we're here to win.
Oh, this is the whole, never mind. This is the whole thing. Why did I put that in here? Never mind. Oh, no. You know what it was? I put a mashup of my least favorite things. That's what it was. So I'm just going to play it here.
Okay, remember, we're here to win.
Awesome shield. Get behind.
Oh, there we go. They're pushing hard.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
But if you listen carefully, you can hear them rage right now.
My health is down. My health is down.
Reaper. Oh.
Oh, Reaper, how did he escape?
I'm ulting.
I'm gonna heal in the back line. I got Reaper in the side room. Ooh, watch the earth shatter.
Remember Mercy to heal.
Yes. Well done, team. Too easy.
Okay. Too easy, guys. Too easy. Oh, and I also said something on Discord when I first saw it. I went, hey, this looks kind of neat. I thought it was a mode coming to Overwatch that just said, hey, in the arcade section was always weird modes. here's a top-down, weird-ass, like, kind of MOBA thing. I didn't know it was a mobile game.
That'd be a different story. That'd be just funny.
So before any of you weirdos go, well, you said this and no, I've
Scott
clarified.
was so excited in Discord.
I'm not excited anymore.
Scott was excited because he was excited for our reaction to it. I've never seen Scott more excited than knowing how upset it made me and Bo.
Yep. First thing I saw that, my brain went, I got through the whole thing. I went, where's John right now? How quickly can I connect with John? And then I was really looking forward to tonight's show as a result. So
I mean, it's two flavors he really doesn't like: Overwatch and mobile games. Like it's kind of it doesn't happen all that often when you get something that you know is like a sour candy.
Yeah,
it's such a sour tasting candy.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, and honestly, boo Blizzard, man, boo. Canceled
really weird
bunch
mood.
Of games, but you didn't cancel this piece of shit.
Think they showed us at BlizzCon at all? This becomes a thing at BlizzCon where you all get your phones and,
Yeah, they're unwise enough. I don't think they learn from all the booing. I think they just do it anyways. I think
probably.
I don't know why. I don't know how many times they have to hear it. The money can't be that. It has to be that good for them to ignore it. It has to be.
They've been trying to tap that mobile money out. Diablo Immortal notwithstanding, but
Rumble, I'm pretty sure wasn't. Although who knows? I don't really know. But
what level of money? Yeah,
they've put it. It's on. What is it? What do they call it? Dereliction. What does they call
maintenance
it?
Mode. Maintenance
mode. They
mode.
put it on maintenance mode.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have done that great. And
oh, dude, here's the thing though. I was at Blizzard, and it was during the time they were really pushing that game. And they had taken in the museum and all the other stuff they had on campus, they'd taken anything that even looked like it was Heroes of the Storm related out and replaced it with Rumble everywhere.
Oh, no,
so now what's in there? You know what I mean? Like, you gonna go in there and put all this shit in there? You're gonna Overwatch the hell out of that stuff? I don't know, man.
I don't know. This didn't make it into their big Overwatch talk. It's obviously coming out before BlizzCon. I think it's reasonable to think that they understand a little bit more what this is versus what it isn't.
Yeah, if they didn't edit
hopefully
out,
they'll be quicker to identify it and cancel it, unlike Rumble, because we still get stuff for Immortal. I'm pretty sure they have a customer base that's
Immortal makes a lot of money.
I think so.
Yeah,
and
from what I've heard, it makes lots and lots of money.
I'm sad about it, but it's minimally invasive to the overall company at this point. I feel so. It doesn't really bother me too much.
It's also the one modern Diablo product that has Deckard Cain in it. So John loves Immortal. He's a fan.
That's not true because Diablo 2 Resurrected has Deckard Cain in it, and that just got a new character class.
That's true.
So that is a significantly more relevant Diablo product that is still getting updates to this day.
Yeah, doing well.
And even though I always get told not to talk about the surveys that I get, I also got a survey about other features I might like to see in Diablo 2 Resurrected. So it's clearly something they're thinking about.
Butterflies.
I want to say that thing was in. It's not now, but it was in Steam's top. And that's doesn't count all the stuff they do on BattleNet, but it was in the top 10.
I wonder if they'll do like a Diablo 2. Like, how there's that Classic Plus thing where they're like, start back at the beginning of WoW, but do an alternative thing where you keep the aesthetic of Classic, but put new content.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You could do that for Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Just make a new
that's
expansion.
essentially what they were testing the waters for. It was like, which of these excite you? Which of these ideas, not promises, excite you the most? Which excite you the least?
I still want a new expansion for Diablo 3.
Big
personally.
survey about that.
2 is good, but it's not that good.
I mean, if they put out an expansion for 3, like really gave 3 some love, I would lose my shit.
Yeah, I'd be into that.
Yeah,
just release expansions for all of them.
Yeah.
All sequels are also relevant current games.
You know what? Stick a warlock into every game you make. Put a warlock.
That's the new gaming trend. Instead of creating new live service games to fail, we just turn every game we've ever made into a live service game going forward.
I like it.
So there's Halo 1 with new content, Halo 2 with new content, Halo 3 with new content.
I was going to say, you could put a warlock in WoW, and I went, oh, wait, there's warlocks in WoW.
We've heard you, gamers. You want to play through the Halo 2 campaign, but with the OP Master Chief default pistol. So we've put Halo 2 into Halo 1.
That's right.
all pistol edition.
$45 to get in.
Yep. Now you too can play through this entire campaign with just the pistol.
You say that, but like, I don't know, man. When I hear it, it's like, what if what if all 16 Final Fantasy games got an expansion pack?
I mean, this is what we talked about last week. The idea that if the RAM is out of control and hard drives and everything else, and it's years before that stabilizes, what do you do? Is it better to just make a bunch of new games within the restrictions, or is there some value in going, well, what if we revitalize
Take your
something?
old engines and do something good.
Yeah.
Like, that's the other thing. Even this like stop killing games movement, if they weren't so short-sighted, because half the time they talk about these old games, they're like, we'd re-release it, but we don't know what we do with the source code. You know, like, it's like that. That's half the time that's their response. It's like, preserve that shit, you bunch of morons. Like, 20 years from now, there could be a resurgence, and you could be like re-releasing the game, updating the game, putting new content in it. Like, we still have Monopoly. The guys who made Monopoly didn't throw out the blueprints for the board and were like, I don't know how to make a new Monopoly anymore. They make Star Wars Monopoly and all kinds of crazy Monopoly.
Yeah,
you could do that with your video games, like all of them, literally.
For the past 3 weeks, I have been coming on here and telling you that I've been playing BioRand Resident Evil 2. Yep. It has carried me through 3 weeks of gaming. I've been playing Resident Evil 2 with just random shit in it, randomized stuff, because I like playing that game. And it's crazy to me, the idea that, like, yeah, but that's old. Who cares? If it plays well, I'll play it, you know?
And I just want to give some more advice in case there's other actual people at game companies who are reacting the same way, because Wraith pointed out, data storage can corrupt. True. So create redundancies. Maybe not just one hard drive. Maybe get like a disk array and, you know, have a couple of copies and check in on your backups and, you know, allocate a budget for the preservation of all your old IP, because one day it may be a new gold mine for you.
You don't know.
People rediscover a new generation of people go, what's Final Fantasy? And you're like, shit, here's Final Fantasy 1, and boom, it's a big hit, because it never mattered how graphically intense the game was. Is the game fun? Then it's fine. Yeah. You know, like if I played Final Fantasy 1 this year, you know what? Wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's
I had
fun.
an okay time with it. It was $20 and I paid for it. So, you know, it's silly to just toss that shit away to begin with, even from a long-term, do we like making money standpoint, for, you know, so.
Yeah. And it won't kill, even like the knock-on effect. It's not going to kill stuff like core, because we'll cover whatever we're going to cover whatever we want to play.
And
John's already doing that, playing this old ass Resident Evil thing.
If you're going to go out of business, and instead of selling it, give it to the libraries. Like, we can create a foundation where this stuff can be put in a repository and it can be used to fuel future generations of stuff. Like, just, you know, like it's just so silly.
I was going to give you a sarcastic whatever, comrade, but I actually agree with you. So
libraries are communist. It's like introduce you to the United States of America, where there's tons of libraries.
Yep.
Yeah, Smithsonian, super communist.
There are people that want them all shut down. Trust me. There are people who would love that to go away, but
I mean,
not me.
Okay, let's not get into that. Okay?
Yeah, we're not going there. We're staying out of there.
Knowledge does not have a political affiliation. Knowledge is just knowledge, and places where you store knowledge is there. Like, if you think that, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, people spin. You know, they like to spin.
Yeah. Well, did you know your computer was invented by a communist? You better stop using computers.
Oh no, shit. I can tell you what I do want to do, though, is take us into a break. Now, before I do, I'd like to say the following. I've lost my place. There we are. I want to let people know that you've got some choices. This show is supported by our listeners. That is primarily how we keep the lights on. And because of that, we'd like to mention once in a while how you can do that. If you join our Patreon or Substack, this break we're about to have will not have an ad in it. It'll be right back to where we were. And in fact, you'll be a part of getting to hear the John Show, which is this break thing we do in the middle. You may not even know about it, some of you. So you're going to get not only extra content, but none of it will have ads or breaks in it at all. And there's a ton of other reasons why you can do this. Go to frogpants.com/core and read all about it. The Patreon info is there. The Substack info is there. You got a few choices in that regard. Be like old-time supporter Daniel Strip, who's been with us forever. He gets no commercials. He gets that pre-show content, host specials that thing I wrote and put up just the other day about my predictions about the future of Xbox, and a whole lot more. So check it out. Support us today. frogpants.com/core for details. All right. We're going to take our break. When we come back, the games we played this week, including freaking Demo-palooza.
Yeah, I got to make sure I go to the bathroom and stuff, so I'm ready.
I'm pretty excited about this because I have not had time to do much of any of that. But
lots of games to talk about.
But stick around if you're wanting the John Show, because if you're here live, you will hear it. And that's starting up here in a second. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, we're back. Thanks for hanging in there, and we hope you enjoyed the John Show. And again, if you join our Patreon or our Substack, you'll get that John Show along with our pre-show. I'm telling you, it's a good deal. Let's get to the games we played, which we do this for it. So loud. Sorry, that was really freaking loud. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm here. I'm awake. Hi, hello.
Hello. Bo's here. I know why I was on the wrong tab. Anyway, hey, let's get into the games we played. I played a bunch of Overwatch. I don't have a bunch to add to this. I know Bo's going to talk about it as well, but I played with Bo again last week. It was super fun. I played a bunch in between. Last we played, I'm really enjoying just dropping in and out of Overwatch. I'm enjoying my time in there. Having a great time. No issues, no complaints.
Yeah, it's fun. Turns out it's fun.
Yeah, it turns out Overwatch, without being top-down mobile, is very fun.
It might be fun top-down mobile, too. It just doesn't look as fun.
Doesn't look as fun to me, but who knows. Now I'm gonna rip through these because these are games I've either talked about before or a known quantity, but I'm doing this as a service to those who perhaps have little ones of their own, or maybe you're getting on in years like me and your kids are having kids. I got a 7-year-old grandson named Van who loves playing games with me, and he likes it when I choose stuff that's cool for both of us to play. So I dusted off some stuff, and I've just got this short list to recommend. This will be in the show notes and all the other places we put it so that you can have a list of these. But the multiplayer games that are in UFO 50, fantastic stuff. That collection in general is like I still think it's a gift from the heavens. UFO 50 is an amazing thing. I can't wait to see what that team does next. But those retro games in the multiplayer department, all very fun. Super blast I had with him on those. Then we played a game called Abathor, or Abathor, not Abathor.
The Heroes of the Storm character.
Yeah, not the guy, not the stinky whatever. I guess he was Zerg at the top of the lane. Not that guy. Abathor. It's basically a side-scrolling kind of Conan the Barbarian looking thing, like 16-bit looking. Real simple, but it's clear the levels, kill all the stuff, get all the loot, get out of there, and you can play co-op. And so he and I played like 3 or 4 games of that. Super fun. I would also recommend for your 7-year-old game time, Worms WMD. Turns out that's a great way to teach kids about turn-based combat and have them get into it, like really enjoy it. He loved it. He ran home and said, Dad, we have to get Worms. So they got Worms.
I can see that one being very popular with my son too. He likes big explosions.
And Worms WMD, relatively new. It's the traditional Worms format, but it's the best looking of all of them. I feel like it's the culmination of what has ever made a good Worms game. WMD is very good. So you can get it on sale a lot of times too. TowerFall, this game is as old as the Ouya. Oh, yeah. Technically came out for PlayStation in 2015, I want to say, or maybe 14. And then PC later. And so we played a bunch of the PC game. Again, this, he's sitting in a chair here. I'm here. We're playing these things on the same screen. Had a blast with that. And then Duck Game got dusted off. Dude,
hell yeah, Duck Game.
Duck Game freaking rocks. Duck Game does. It's so good. I love Duck Game. Duck Game came out the year we started this show. Think about that.
I remember us playing a bunch of that old game.
Yep.
Duck Game.
Yeah. Came out in 2015. Holds up. It is so much fun. He loved it. He laughed so hard playing Duck Game. I thought he was going to stop breathing. He was laughing so hard. We had so much fun with that game. He's terrible at it, but he just hasn't had enough time with it, because after that, we played the final game on my list, Boomerang Fu, which is amazing. It's a top-down 3D, but super cute, but also very violent competitive game where it's couch co-op or couch PvP kind of game. You can have up to 8 players if you have enough controllers. This thing's on everything, so I have it on Steam, but it's on all devices. And you run around throwing boomerangs at each other and trying to slice each other in half, and the different characters are like, oh, this guy's a little sushi, and this is a cute little watermelon slice, and this other guy's a burger. But when you get sliced, like all your burger parts get thrown all over the place. Your sushi gets cut in half and little eggs roll everywhere. Like, it's super subversive that way, but he's so good at that. He has this at home. Kicked my ass constantly in games of Boomerang Fu. Anyway, that's my little list. We had a whole day together. We decided to play a bunch of games, and these were his favorites. So again, that is UFO 50, Abathor, Worms WMD, TowerFall, Duck Game, and Boomerang Fu, all of which can be found everywhere except Duck Game has never been on Xbox for some reason. But it's on everything else. Yeah, get on Steam and everything. Or, Steam and Switch. Okay. Now I have a thing to say and then an addendum to it. I was planning on playing WoW, but waiting for the actual release date because I want to get in there and at least experience the first part of the expansion. How long I stick, how hard I go, who knows? But I'm kind of going in with a little bit of, I don't know, my motivation's not where it usually is for a new expansion. And it's not that it's bad or have any reason to think it would be. It's just, I've been on this treadmill for 20 years. So, I don't know, just haven't been in the mood. And last time I did the early access thing, I thought that was a problem. It was buggy as hell and didn't really give you the benefit of the early access. When it went to everyone, suddenly everything worked and it was like, well, wait a minute, what did I pay for then? So that really annoyed me in the previous expansion to this. So here's the update. All right, so I subbed and I did not get into the EA, but I am in my little cute house and I did some story quests. So
there you go.
I guess I'm playing WoW.
Well, another thing too about WoW as well, that's easy to forget, is they're on like a weekly release schedule, meaning you're going to do your MSQ and then it's going to be like, tune in next week for some more quests.
Yeah.
And it's a little aggravating.
Yeah, I don't love that.
I want to go hard and then be ready for in-game content, and that means I can log in when I feel like it.
Don't like time gating.
Now you're like, you're going to have to do some just story stuff. You're not going to get the full game till later. Like I'm okay with waiting for a big patch, let's say, for more story. That's fine.
Yeah.
But every week.
Yeah.
That first week I remember War Within, I was like, well, what did I rush for? Like now freaking Khadgar and Illyria are just hanging out. And
also, what am I paying for? Anything. Like it felt like you're paying for I know you
like I'm okay with some stuff being like we'll have it in a few weeks or whatever. Raid's not coming out for a few weeks. I get it. Cool.
Yeah.
But the story stuff, that seems unnecessary.
I didn't like it. I don't like that kind of time gating. So in this case, I'm just like, well, there's things I haven't caught up on because I got out before the end of the last expansion. And so I can do some of that. There's some transitional stuff between that and the new expansion, which is fine. It's all questy stuff you're used to. They do let you go and get the new spec for the Demon Hunter. There's a whole quest line for that. I thought that was kind of fun and cool. And what else did I do? Oh, they have a new catch-up mechanic that's pretty interesting, although I was OP for it. So even when I got out, when I was raiding with you guys and I took a break, that I was geared enough to like way over gear the catch-up. So the catch-up thing gives you all this new gear and new bags. It's like, do this quest, you'll get a set of brand new, spanking new 20 slot bags. And I'm like, I've got 36 slot bags. So that's dumb. And then later I'm running around and says, hey, you want this new sword or this new bow or whatever it was I was doing? All right, so a two-handed weapon for my pally. And I'm like, well, let's take a look. All the gear they offer you for the catch-up is underpowered if you raided. So some of my characters are going to love the catch-up. That's going to be great. But it's a great way. I really do appreciate what they've done. I think I was just OP for it. But what they've done is just given you a way to get in, do some stuff, and kind of get your head around crap again. And see some of the new systems, like some of the new UI changes, the highlighting of best next thing to hit if you want to have that on or not. Like they let you experiment there. And so I think that's actually a really good thing for players who need to be on-ramped again and have been away for a long time. So I did a bunch of that and then got into that house, started decorating, started doing some of the quest stuff. I know people are going to think I'm stupid or crazy, but two things are going on. The core guild, which is still hopping. The core guild's doing great. They have a neighborhood. I think Bo's in it.
Yeah. I've set up my house and put some shit on the ground.
Here's the only problem. That is full now. There's no empty lots in our neighborhood.
There's
a different shard, probably.
Probably. There's some way to do it, but I also
it's sharded.
I just kind of hate. Not hate. I shouldn't say that. I don't like the kind of medieval town everybody ended up going with. So,
Right.
so I went out and found a place that looks a lot like Thousand Needles before it got flooded, and like big rocks and teetering towers of stone and red rock everywhere and all that.
Wait,
And
so you went into some stranger's neighborhood?
no one's there. It's just me. So I don't know how it works.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's what you've always wanted.
That's what I've always
Secluded
wanted.
spot looks like Thousand Needles.
Yep. I got my own little town right adjacent to it that sells me all the shit I want. That's nice.
Well, I mean,
all the
you
NPCs.
You know what's better than having neighbors? Not having neighbors.
I think you need to talk to Tanner because I'm sure he could make a shard like that in our guild.
He probably will. And
People
can.
will probably move in your neighborhood, so at least you got.
Yeah,
a
but
couple
then you got to
neighbors.
look at other people.
That's true.
But I mean, isn't that part of the fun?
It is part of the fun. I will do that. I'll move my shit. I haven't done anything crazy or special, but I did enough to do the quest stuff. And I have to say, the house editor thing, it's pretty
good,
damn
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, if you're into that, you're going to be in heaven. If you're not into it, it may not help, but it's sure better than any of these other games that do housing. Like that, they really give you control over every object, everything. The whole world is your oyster in there if you have the items. So I have some question about how
Your
you earn
house
those.
is
but
bigger on the inside than on the outside.
That's true. It's a little like
TARDIS.
the TARDIS. Yeah, it's like a bunch of TARDISes. Anyway, I got to the level where they send a crew out to make it the next size up, and that's as far as I got it, and I logged. So anyway, I was having fun in there.
Cool,
I
cool.
do look forward to playing through. I love the early days of an expansion. It's just always fun, tons of content, lots to do. It's when it gets into that kind of like, well, I got to schedule this and do that. It's I don't know. I start to fall off, but we'll see how it goes for me this time.
Did you sign up for raid?
I have not because there's no raid to do yet, is there? I mean,
Well, they know when it's coming. So
Yeah.
there was a bunch of chatter in our Core Within raid team, which I think we need to update the name because it's not the current expansion anymore, by the way.
oh yeah,
But but yeah, March 20th apparently is the first raid of Void Spire.
and you can't call it mid-core, and you can't call it core
You
night.
call it mid-core.
You could call it mid-core, but I think you're doing yourself a little bit of a disservice there.
Core, but mid.
It's not as punchy, you know.
Yeah.
But we got tanks, so you could just bring your best DPS spec if you want for Paladin. I don't see any Paladin DPS.
Yeah, I could do that. Maybe I will.
Are you playing
sign up.
Paladin again? by
I
the way?
am.
Or are you gonna change
I
it
think
up?
so. Yeah, I really enjoy that Paladin a lot. So probably DPS Paladin.
I've been flirting with playing with Rogue.
Oh, really? You're not going to be another little tiny guy, though, are you? Like a little.
Little tiny guy.
No, I was thinking of playing a blood elf potentially.
One of the
I wanna
Todd
play-
Howard characters.
I want
in
to
the game.
play a bald lady elf.
Oh.
Blood elf.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Because the reason why is because the sneak animation, most of them just kind of. John will be very familiar with this. Most of them just kind of like hunker down.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual blood elf animation, they put their hands on the ground
Yeah.
and they have this
good.
like this pouncing pose that like looks better than all the other ones. And I was like, it's actually kind of sick. So that was my main reason for picking it, was just because it has a cool sneak animation.
Sure, why
The
not?
amount of things that have made me either bounce off or stick with in WoW because of animations is substantial. Like,
Oh yeah, it's
there are some things where you're like, oh, this is going to be the coolest thing ever. Like I made it was a female orc warrior, and I was like, this is cool. And as soon as I gave her swords, I realized that the way they hold the swords, the big two-hander swords, they're at each other. So when they run with the swords out, the swords clip through each other.
Yeah, they do.
Like every time they run. And I was like, this is the stupidest looking thing. They didn't think about this. Did nobody look at this? Like,
No, it's true.
You picked a
Racial-
running animation that 100% guarantees clipping through every time you move. And then I found these two-handed axes that they hold really close to the blade, and the handle sticks out lower, but they hold it really high up on the blade of the axe, or like just under, and it looks badass. So I stuck with that, and that's why I was able to do it. But otherwise, I would have totally erased that character.
You would have started over.
Would have started over because it looks terrible. Like, why
that
would
is
you
so-
intentionally do that?
That is such a huge part, which you just said, John, of like picking race class combos, because like even on Fury Warrior, Titan's Grip, wielding two-handed weapons, looks great for swords because they hold them by the hilt. But for some reason in the hammer, they hold them like right up by the stalk, like the head on the stalk, and it looks just so like lame, you know. Like so, I'm like, oh, I can't transmog to this weapon type because of how lame it looks. So there's a lot of that, and that's why you kind of got to do this like thing where you don't commit to the race until you've seen the animations.
That's why I love the Zandalari trolls so much. The male troll is kind of my go-to now, and I feel dumb in almost any other body. I really like those guys.
What's an awesome class for a lot of animations is the Dragonkin. Like as like on like anything, like the fact that they can fly without mounting is makes
pretty
everything
cool. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they,
you know how
they just glide though. Like, what's their names, dude? Like,
no. You can fully mount.
Right, but they
flying,
I see.
You can do dragon flying without a mount, just as in dragon form. And it looks badass because you do quests and you fly around and land, and the way you land is like poof, your mount disappears, and then you slam on the ground and go to town. But if you don't have a mount, it just looks like you're soaring in from 1,000 feet, just and then you hit charge on the warrior and go.
Yeah, I do like that.
So the actual dragon, what do they call them? The
Dragonkin or Dragon
Farenthir or something.
Dragonkin. What's
they have a name, don't they? Isn't it
Drakthir?
Valabala?
Yes, Valabala.
I think it's Drakthir.
Drakthir, I think is right.
Yeah, the Drakthir animation sets are like. There's just lots of cool things. Even if you're like, it's not my favorite race, it's clearly the best tended garden from an animation standpoint.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool, and they're newer, so they get that treatment.
Like I almost want to like race change my dwarf warrior into Drakthir just because the animations are better. Although dwarves have pretty good animations.
They're pretty good too. Yeah. I like the diversity right now. There's a lot to choose from, so you're not stuck with 4 on each faction. We'll see. I think WoW is WoW.
We'll probably be in there in the coming weeks, unless there's so many games. Like when Crimson Desert hits, like
no one's gonna have time for.
I'm not gonna be raid ready. That's for sure.
No, no.
Sorry.
Tanner.
Oh yeah, Crimson Desert comes out the day before our first raid. I got to go update.
Oh shit!
Wait a second. I'm going moving back.
Another raid member bites the dust.
Down for the count.
Down before the raid even began.
Yep. There you go. Okay.
Sorry you had to find out this way, Tanner, but I'm now moved to tentative.
Do it. Put it on tentative.
Another hit to scheduled fun.
That's right.
It's the day after Crimson Desert comes out, and I'm like,
yeah, you can't do that.
Been waiting a decade for that.
Yeah, something like that. I want to thank some folks for some stuff. Poppin' Fresh I mentioned earlier for Planet of Lana and the Europa bundle, but he also gave me that Cairn game, the climber deal. I'm actually really excited to try that because the reviews are off the frickin' charts.
Yeah, people love that game.
I need to know what's up with that, so I'm into it. I also got. Oh, he also gave me the new RE9. Oh shit.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. In a minute, Scott.
RE. Okay.
Yeah, Resident Evil. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared.
Isn't it going to be more of an actiony one? You know,
they say it is the perfect combination of everything they've ever done.
Nope.
I've heard I've heard it is like everything they've ever done well is in this game. Is what I've heard, and none of the stuff they're crappy at made it, which is good, I guess. I watched Bo play a little bit of that weird girl on my shoulder game.
Pragmata.
Yeah. I always forget that that's the freaking Resident Evil engine. That engine is cool. They should make more games than that. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Styx, I forgot what the BOG stands for. I'll just say Bog.
Be a goblin.
It's not be a goblin, is it?
No, because O is not but.
Oh, right. Yeah. B-O goblin. He's a B-O goblin.
That'd be bag, right? Be a goblin is bag.
Yeah, it would be bag. No, it's whatever it is. Anyway, I've been wanting to try that one. That came as a very nice surprise out of nowhere. So huge thanks to Poppin' Fresh. And then also thanks to Dirty Llama for the game that might actually get the most time out of me in the future. The game is called Roadcraft, and it's made by those SnowRunner and MudRunner people. So it's cars versus the world, really, trying to like get through mud and snow and do missions and, get stuff from here to there, and very, very chore-corey, but also, you never get out of the car. The car is everything, or I shouldn't say car, these big trucks and cranes and everything. And Roadcraft is cool because the whole the premise of it is, and I played a little bit of it, but I haven't really dived in too hard. The premise is there's been like terrible destruction, some like natural disaster or something man caused or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you and your crew are sent in there to fix everything or to clean up, put down some temporary roads, clear out debris, make a working path to another place so these trucks can get through to bring relief to people.
My son would love this game.
It is very cool. Lots of physics, lots of winch a tree and then help pull you out of the mud with the winch. Some of the stuff's in Mud Runner, Snow Runner, but it's a lot more focused on like the bigger picture and these like mini missions within the larger mission. The graphics are beautiful. This is one I've had my eye on since it came out. I just haven't ever pulled the trigger. So getting that in my inbox was a huge treat. So thank you, Dirty Llama, which I think is the default state of most llamas. I don't think they're clean. Llamas are just dirty, my understanding.
Dirty Llama, Happy Llama, Sad
For that.
Llama.
So that's Roadcraft, and I'm looking forward to digging into that. John, what did you get up to? I already know, but tell me more.
There's an obvious one coming up, so let's get the less obvious out of the way. I already mentioned it. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 2 with the BioRan mod and having a great time with that. And also because I was just thinking about Resident Evil because the new one was coming out and it wasn't out yet, I thought, I'm going to play Resident Evil 6.
Oh, man.
The bad one.
Wow.
The giraffe fellatio one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a go, and I gotta say,
First time or what? Did you play this ever before?
I have played. This is my first earnest playthrough. I started it probably 2 or 3 times, and played through their early little because it's like. It's in media res, like you start and here's a crash and the things are bad and we're going to learn how to do this and, things are popping off. And every time I just got put off by the menu changes and like about 7 million cars explode at one point. And I was just like, this isn't Resident Evil. And I kept thinking it every single time. This isn't Resident Evil. I finally gave it a real go. And it's still the worst Resident Evil in the mainline Resident Evil.
Worse
games.
than 5.
Oh, way worse than 5.
Really?
I would say the one that would give it a run for its money is 0, probably. Like if you're gonna pick worst numbered Resident Evil game with 0 to Requiem and counting remakes, I would say the 2 that I like the least is 6 and 0.
Okay.
Those just don't do it for me. There's some big problems with Code Veronica, but at least Code Veronica feels like a Resident Evil game with all its problems.
There's a pretty big gap too between this and 7, right? Like long time.
Here's what I want to say.
Yeah.
And actually, Win Mages in the chat is saying it. He said, I agree it's probably the worst Resident Evil game, but I still had a good time with it. That's what I want to put a distinction on. I had a good time. I still think this is the worst Resident Evil, but I had fun doing it. It is way over the top. You can do like weird dives and lay on the ground and shoot at zombies on your back and then roll and then crawl and do, crazy karate kicks to zombies and stuff. Like it is over the top in a real spectacular way. And it's, by all accounts, a good co-op game. I did not play it co-op. I did not do matchmaking. It has matchmaking. It's just big and dumb, but there is fun to be had there. The biggest issue is that they threw out a lot of Resident Evil tried and true things. And one of the biggest is the checkpointing in this game, because it's kind of designed to be multiplayer matches. I was like, okay, I'll take a break there. And I stopped and I lost because I was going slow initially. It ended up not being nearly this amount of time making it up, but I lost what was essentially about 20 minutes of playtime.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Just going back into it and everything that I had acquired. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, cause there's no save and quit. When you quit, it's like you'll lose unsaved progress, but then it goes saving your game. Okay. And then it put me back about 20 minutes of what I had played. Doing it again, it was about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's still like that was rushing because I knew where to go and what to do. It's just really strange decisions that hamstring it. But there is cool stuff in that game, but it's not worth talking about. It's an old game. You could go try Resident Evil 6 on your own. It is the least like a Resident Evil game I think there have ever been. There are some amazing there's some amazing lines. There's a very earnestly delivered Leon line of, I'm going to get it wrong. I should have memorized it if I was going to call attention to it, where he's like, I'm sorry, Mr. President, as he shoots the zombie president in the head.
Oh, man. I see they got Left 4 Dead characters in there. That must be DLC or something.
That's got to be DLC.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's got Coach or whatever his name was.
It's got Coach.
Oh, there's Nick. Yeah, the guy that takes the money. He's a butthole. All right.
They were doing something, and I don't like most of what they were doing, but there is fun to be had in it. And you will have fun if you mess with it, but it is also a product of its time too.
2012, by the way, that came out. We didn't get 17 until 2017. Think of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Isn't that right? No, I'm sorry, not 17. We didn't get 7 until 2017. Okay. So it was the biggest gap.
This nearly killed the franchise.
Yeah.
This was that bad.
Yeah.
And then even then, I feel like they were experimental with 7. Like, can we bring it back? Will people care? And
it's got all your people in there too. You got your Leon S. Kennedy and your Chris Redfield.
Leon, it's got Chris, and the rest,
Jake Muller.
There's a couple characters that don't get very well treated in Resident Evil lore, but that's fine. Let's talk about the new one, though. Let's talk about Resident Evil Requiem, which launched for me at 10 p.m. last night.
Yeah.
And I proceeded to stay up and play a lot of it. Let's get the big meat out of the way right off the bat. Scott, I cannot wait for you to play this video game.
You know what that tells me? That tells me this is closer to 7 than it is to anything else. Because
I have purposefully linked. I have gameplay. I played it for hours last night streamed. I could have put my gameplay up there. I don't want you to see any of it.
Oh, man.
Because I want you to experience it naturally. Because constantly throughout me playing it, I thought, man, when Scott plays this, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be awesome.
Scared.
It's a scary game at times. It is an action game at times. I did see people asking, like, how long does it take to get to Leon's stuff? Right now, what I have played in the... Let me pull up my playtime so far. I've played for about 3 hours. I would say that is more Grace than Leon, but I have played as Leon twice in that amount of time. So
I didn't realize it jumped back and forth. I thought it was like a whole half or something. And then
no, it jumps back and forth. So it intros with Grace. It sets up her story. And then it gets to a narrative stopping point for her story for the moment, and it picks up with Leon. And then it gets to an end of his little bit of that story, and it shifts back to Grace. And then it gets to a bit of a cliffhanger with her, and then it switches back to Leon, and you see the resolution of that, and then you get back to you go back to Grace. And right now I'm probably on the longest stint of gameplay as just one character, because it now feels like I'm playing proper Resident Evil. There's doors that are locked, I'm collecting key cards, I'm picking up items, I'm dodging zombies. You can play it in first or third person. The game recommends first person for Grace, third person for Leon. I was playing third person across the board. I did experiment a little bit with first person for Grace. You can tell it was designed with that in mind.
Oh, interesting.
Like, it's little things like there's this one I don't mind spoiling for you because one, the scare didn't exist for me in third person, and two, it's a nothing. There's a door in the game that's locked, but it's cracked. And I was like, oh, okay, that door's locked. And then about the third time I passed it, I peeked in. I was like, wait, is there something in there? And sure enough, there's like a standee, like a cardboard cutout on the other side of the door that makes it look like somebody's peeking through.
Ooh.
In third person, didn't notice it.
Right.
In first person, that probably would have been a pretty solid, visual scare.
That feels like 7. 7 still lives in my soul.
So I think that it is probably ideal to play first person with Grace if you want the full scary experience. I do struggle a little bit. To me, Resident Evil is a third person game. I love 7, I love Village, but as much as I love those games, sometimes I do forget those are Resident Evil games because it just, to me, visually, it's a third person series.
Oh yeah, I always forget that Village is also, I always forget that the only one I ever think of as first person, and I always think it was because they were doing VR with it, was 7. But then I thought 8 went back to, or did they add something later that maybe people wanted third person and they got it later or something like that? I think
they might have added something later.
Yeah, something
maybe.
like that. I have a memory.
I don't know how they would have done it though, because they've never shown what Ethan looks like. In fact, I've talked about playing Biorand. They have put a model of Ethan in the game, and he has a big black spot for his face.
Oh, shit.
So you can't see what he looks like.
So you still don't know what he really looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Still can't see it.
All right.
But we, let me get into the game.
Yeah.
It is exactly what you said. It is the best parts of Resident Evil. Playing as Grace is the best parts of 7. Collecting items. Oh wow!
Look at you, Leon S. Jaggerty.
Oh man, I wish. One
day, John. One day.
One day. Sure. This is just I'm a cocoon about to bloom. It is Resident Evil 7. You're sneaking around. You are not given much ammo. You are not given much resources. In fact, it's quite a while before they even give you a gun.
Great.
And it is piecing things together, making do with limited inventory. Leon has a great big inventory full of guns and stuff. Leon is more suited for combat, although I will point this out. I have died a ridiculous amount of times as Leon. I have not died as Grace once.
Interesting. So she's more of the survival horror. He's more of the action horror.
Yeah.
That's
and the action is so good. I mean, they showed in the trailer the doctor with the chainsaw, but what they don't show you is when you knock down that doctor and the chainsaw hits the ground, it's still running and it starts bouncing and flipping and spinning around the floor, and it can hurt you, and other zombies will go to pick it up because they still retain a lot of their function and ability, but some are better suited for tasks than others. So I had the chainsaw bouncing around and a zombie grabbed it and it just tore off. They grabbed it with one hand and yanked the zombie onto the floor, and the zombie started getting drug around by this chainsaw across the floor.
Oh shit. And
the chainsaw's a one-hit kill if they get you with it. Like, they'll cut you in half, they'll impale you with it, all that. And so you have these irresponsible, unpredictable zombies running around with this wild chainsaw in a way that's very hard to predict how to fight. And I kept getting chainsawed, but it was so much fun.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
It was not oh my gosh, I'm dying and I hate it. I loved the fighting and the combat so much. Leon's got a hatchet that you can use for melee strikes. He's doing crazy cool moves where he'll just put his gun right out under a zombie's head and just pop their whole head off, or kick them up against the cabinet and kick their head off. Lots of heads going off is the point here.
Yeah. Some of what I've seen looks insane, like the slamming stuff against the wall and crushing skulls. It's the most. I mean, it's hard to call it realistic because it's still kind of stylized, but there's a crushing of the head quality that I've never seen from this series.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. And it plays really well. The zombies are, I don't know how much this is going to stay true, but as I am making my way through this first area, the first real area, which is a hospital, the zombies are unique. It's not a repeat of the same model, places filled with zombies. They are wearing unique clothes. They are doing unique things. The closest I've seen is 2 zombies that are obsessed with turning off or on the lights in the hallway.
Ooh, I don't like that.
That they just keep going, light on, and they'll flip the light switch.
No.
And if you turn on a light, they'll go, light on, and they'll come marching over to it to turn the light off. And there have been 2 of those. I can't remember if they were wearing the same thing or not, But like, there's a cook zombie who is like a monster of a beast of a man. And he's unique. I haven't run into it. It's not like, oh, he's the cook type. He's just the cook, and he wanders the same places. There's a zombie that was singing, and she's sitting there singing horribly as a zombie, where she's just like, la, 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 and you just want to kill her because she's obnoxious. There's a maid that's washing down things in the bathroom with blood and just smearing blood all over the wall, going, clean, get clean.
Oh, no.
And it's
I like how you're like, no, it's
That's horrible. Oh my
You're just
God.
hearing a description, dude. It's fine.
I know, but these are going to be things I have to deal with.
You're like, oh no.
Oh, shit.
And that's
Sorry,
not
bro.
even getting into your favorite, Scott, the pursuer enemies.
So there is, I'm sorry, you said enemies.
Yeah, did that sound plural to you?
It did sound plural.
That's how plural, dude.
Because I've played the game for 3 hours and there have been 2 of them.
Oh, shit. And are these consistently throughout, as far as you know, throughout the game kind of thing?
I have no idea.
2 Mr. X's.
2. There is one
Mr.
that
X.
has been in the trailers that doesn't like to go into the light. That was very much something that they showed in the trailer. Like if they went
Yeah.
into a room of light, they'd burn and then they'd back off. But they climb up into the ceiling and can drop down through holes in different places depending on where you go. And then I've encountered something that is just a massive fat being that can barely fit in hallways that is just going, I hate you, and going and like forcing himself through the hallways that he barely fits in. And you like, some doorways he seems to be able to break his way through, some doorways he can't seem to fit through. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, gosh dang it. It's one of the best, well, it's early in the year, so, too early to say, but it's one of the best reviews. It is the best reviewed game of the year so far that I could find today on Metacritic. It's really, really doing well with critics. That tells me it's scary as shit, and I'm going to poop myself. That's what it tells me.
Well, and the other thing I told you this. I was seeing a lot of chatter about the game, and there were some people who this game was leaked. Early copies got out there, and there were people bemoaning the game, like, "Oh, I heard leaks. This and this happens." I had a couple things we talked about last week that got spoiled for me, and there are people that are like, yeah, it did a lot of things I didn't like. There's a lot of things I hated, but the game is so good, I don't care.
Yeah.
And if it can win over the people that are like, I'm mad about XYZ, that's really impressive. Where it's like, the game is so fun that I kind of don't care that it wasn't the game I wanted it to be. So far, that's exactly the game I want it to be. I'm having a great time with it. And unbelievably good looking game. I cannot believe how amazing this game looks. And there's a scene where you just look at it and you're like, this just looks like real life. I know I've said that about games that don't look good anymore, but I'm saying it now again. This just looks like real life. The voice acting is at another tier. Whoever is doing Grace's voice, unbelievable performance.
I hear she's really great, like likable, and character that's like welcomes, like sweet, someone new.
She seems genuinely terrified in a way where you are really like feeling for her. There's a scene where she is upset about something that I felt uncomfortable with, because it was just like, this seems too real. Like, this isn't Father as he's shooting a gun. Like, this is somebody genuinely upset about something, and I feel uncomfortable sitting here watching it and going, I'm playing. It's really good performances. Everything across the board is just top tier so far.
Well, the good
Again,
news on
I'm only 3
PlayStation
hours
is
in.
if you're running a standard PlayStation, you'll get 1080p 60. You can upscale to 4K. You can, and if you've got a PS5 Pro, 60 frames is, 90 to 125 frame modes are exclusive on the PS5 Pro. Oh, and you can do the VR thing too. It says
People
on here.
are saying the PS5 Pro version of this game is one of, if not the best looking games ever put out on on the console.
Supposed to be silky smooth.
It is. It's also, I think, the first game that's using the PSSR.
Oh, their version of
is what they
DLSR.
called it.
Their
Yeah.
DLSS, yeah.
I think it's the first thing that's doing that, and apparently it just looks incredible. So, if you're playing it on the PlayStation 5, sounds like you're having a really good experience with the game. On the PC, I genuinely got into there's a part where you're just walking down the street early in the game, and I was like, oh my gosh, this just feels real. I cannot believe this is a video game I'm playing. And you take it for granted to a degree. Like it's really crazy. So yes, Scott, the biggest thing though, my biggest takeaway with all this time in it is I cannot wait for you to play it.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. We need to figure out when, where,
we'll schedule it.
how, immediately, and stick with it because
when you do
it's gonna be a treat. It's gonna be an absolute treat.
We played 7 to completion, we played 8 to completion. We'll definitely play this to completion. It did seem to be better when you had at least a one time through it on your own because you knew everything was coming. It made it really entertaining for people. Not for me per se, because John would be like, yeah, go ahead, go in there. Just
I'm selective, yeah.
Yeah. Walk in that room, it's fine.
Oh, we also played 3 Remake together.
We did that.
All of 3
and
Remake.
2, didn't we?
No, you did that one by yourself. I would have made you finish the game.
That's right. I did quote unquote half.
You did half the game
of that game. So Shima still burns. All right, let's move on. Excellent. That's great news, though. I'm glad to see they're hitting all their marks again.
And just want to give a shout out, thank you to Robert for gifting Neo Complete Edition and BattleTech.
Robert.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw it.
That really could be the same. He doesn't really announce the T in that clip, so that works. It's good.
Thank you for that. Also, because it came in during the show, although I already said it, big thank you to Dr. Tolbert for Crimson Desert. That's what it is, right? Crimson Desert.
Oh my gosh, I just checked my inbox while you were talking. Hold on, is this true? Yes. I just got the game Crimson Desert from Dr. Tolbert. Apparently he got the 3 host deal down. Wow. Well, I know Bo got it from somebody else, but somebody else also gifted it. We are all going to be playing Crimson Desert without any buyer's remorse because generous listeners. Thank you, Dr. Tolbert.
Sweet. Thank you for getting everybody the gift so we can all play it together. Hopefully it isn't trash because it's not like a franchise we know anything about. It could be terrible.
Well, what if we all get to Nerdtacular and he says, hey, those games I gave you, you guys have to flick my nipples or something like that. Like, what if the good doctor says that?
No, that's not. No, it can't.
He would never do that.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's weird, man.
Can I give you the money? Or, yeah. All right, Bo. Now comes the time. This is going to be a big, beefy deal, everybody. Bo played every demo ever made, so let's go.
I'm going to go as fast as I can, obviously stopping on some of them. But it is 9 o'clock my time, so I'm only hurting myself by taking too long. It's almost a segment unto itself at this point. Here's the problem. I got in to play 1 or 2, and then people are like, did you see this one? Did you see that one? And then so I just went and downloaded everything that looked interesting. And it turned out a lot more than I thought would be interesting. The first day of the fest, I was like, whatever, skip. I didn't see anything. But for some reason, a couple days later, I'm like, oh shit, where did these all come from?
Yeah.
Anyway,
a lot.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it. We're starting with one I'm most excited to hear about.
I've categorized them into good, okay, and not so great, but they were all kind of great. So if anyone, because I know developers, sometimes they listen to the show, you never know. Some of these are smaller games.
There's an Overton window here where
everything was pretty great overall. Okay, so don't, or if it's a game you found that you really liked that I'm saying it wasn't that great, don't get too hung up on that. They were all very good. Right. All right, so the good. First off, top of the list, Darkhaven. Oh man,
talk about ex-Blizzard North people making this game.
Yeah, the guys that went on to make Torchlight, like Eric Schaefer's a name. I can't remember the other names, but Chris Wilson, the ex-lead developer of Path of Exile 1 and 2, did an interview with these guys because Chris Wilson no longer makes Path of Exile. He's a YouTuber. And he just talks about Magic the Gathering and Diablo 2 all day, and which is a weird transition, right?
Yeah.
But basically, he loves Diablo 2, and he interviewed them, and the other names were, let me just get them, Phil Schenk, and Peter Hugh. all Diablo 2 vets.
Yep.
And so maybe saying, okay, now we have a lot of ARPGs. Here's another ARPG. Yeah, it's from these. They're now much older gentlemen. Can this be really that great? What the hell's going on here? So, first of all, the game is a pre-alpha demo, meaning it's not coming out anytime soon. There's a Kickstarter. They're trying to raise 600,000 Canadian. I don't know what the American is, so not a big one. They're hoping to blow past those targets, I'm sure. But it's already halfway there, and I think there's 22 days left. So part of releasing the demo was to raise awareness for the Kickstarter. What's in the demo? A very early build that is a little janky. I say janky, like the movement's a bit floaty. It doesn't even look like a finished game. There's no story. You literally spawn into a forest, and there's a guy there who's like, "Hey, bud, go kill some shit," and you just go. Like, it really is an alpha. Let's even say pre-alpha. Like, the game will not look like this on launch, but they wanted to show where their head was at on a lot of these ARPG things. And I gotta say, having just come off, this new Diablo 2 Resurrected bit, this game feels like 2026 Diablo 2. But it's got some new ideas in it. Ideas I think are fantastic.
That lady can jump. Is that one of the ideas?
Jumping is in the game. Okay. And not only isn't jumping in the game, I got a knife that had feather fall on it, which means I can float down onto the ground.
I like that.
And just that alone, I'm like, oh man, when the enemies attack me, I can jump. Like, it's actually good. Also, you're seeing a rotating camera. Usually these isometric games lock your camera. Not this game, rotate your camera. You know what? It's fine. It's awesome. Bunch of different control schemas, WASD, mouse click, all work great. You have dashes too, and so when watching the interview, understanding what they're going for is very important for the direction of this project, which is one of the things that they didn't do with Diablo that Warcraft and StarCraft did back in the day was native mod support. Diablo it has mods, but it doesn't have native mod support. What they're doing here is they want to make a Diablo game with full mod support. And not only mod support, like in the sense of survival games where you have to do your own server and, whatever. They're going to do it on their own hosted servers. So you don't have to pay to rent a server or anything.
Oh, okay.
You're just going to be able to make the mods on your end. You can play the base game, not modded if you want. If you want to do competitive, there'll be servers for competitive because ARPGs have evolved in that way. But they said that's not the only way people play is, competitive racing. There's also just going to be mods. And one of the big things, the way the mod system works is they want to be able to take things that are like fun mods and incorporate them to become skills in Diablo. So they're looking at making this like a groundwork for just creating a really awesome ARPG in scope and doing all the things they never did with the original Diablo 1 and 2.
Interesting.
And it's exciting. Not only do you have jump, you have double jump. He's jumping over stuff. It's awesome. And the abilities they included, there aren't a lot. There's just 6, and there's one class, the rogue. Fun to play. I was like, let me check this out for 20 minutes. I played for 3 hours.
Wow.
It was just fun to just go in and kill stuff, get new loot.
So even at this stage, it's feeling...
It's good. It's mostly tight. Like I said, the movement's a bit floaty. I didn't like that part. There's another aspect to this is right now you can mine rocks and then build shit.
Yeah.
So you can also make a base. So it's also Valheim. So they're making a Diablo Valheim fully moddable game. They were inspired by things like Roblox and Minecraft, but they want it to be like they're a Diablo ARPG first kind of game.
They're making a bow game. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. This checks a lot of boxes for me. Yeah. I'm excited, but it's pre-alpha. We might not see this for many, many years. I don't know. They didn't really say what their plan was. Right now, their plan is to get the funding they need to make the project. But in particular, at one of the interview points, Peter Hugh was really excited because he's working on new engineering where he's running his server in the States and he has a friend in Japan playing, and he's like getting no lag. Playing in Japan, usually you have to play local in a server farm.
Sure.
In Japan.
Yeah.
He's saying the way that one of the exciting things is like his new way of architecting, because it's a fully transformable terrain, because it's fully moddable, including like digging, mining stuff. There's a lot more information to pass. He says like they're playing on modded servers with no lag and no like lack of response time. So very excited
That is
about
exciting. Yeah.
the underlying tech, that they're programming to make this game like really run great.
This chick can swim.
Has swimming.
Oh my gosh! I never had played a Diablo game that had swimming in it.
But
Wow.
it plays like Diablo 2. Like the fight, like you click on things. Like it doesn't play like D4 or D3. It feels more like Diablo 2 or Path of Exile. And that's why the interview with Chris Wilson was interesting, because it's basically the Path of Exile cosign. So like, if you like Diablo 2 and you like Path of Exile because of that pedigree, you have a team of people who are looking to just advance things further. And
with a huge pedigree.
Yeah. The only deal is, they're older. They don't want to get a backer like Tencent or anything like that involved.
No, I feel like I read something about how they've really felt burned from how money had to be
it's just
or whatever. Torchlight was like it was bad.
It influences things in ways that aren't constructive. And in this one, they just want to make a good game and a good pillar of gaming and just keep that stuff out. But it has to be funded somewhere. So Kickstarter it is.
Darkhaven.
So it's an exciting project. It was the most exciting thing I played in terms of potentiality. Obviously very early, but if you like RPGs, you should carve out 30 minutes to 2 hours to just check it out and go Kickstarter back it. I think this will be very much worth it.
Very cool.
All right, moving on.
That was Darkhaven, by the way. Everybody.
That was Darkhaven.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got to move on, and we'll do this one quick, but I'm going to play the shit out of this game. John?
Oh, I'm so excited.
You know that there's a little game made in the weekend you love called Vampire Survivor?
I'm aware of it, yeah.
They're coming up with a single-player card game. Let me tell you.
Not just that, but it's a traditional first-person dungeon crawler turn-based thing. Well, you're moving anyway.
Yeah.
I'm eating this food. This looks great.
So I played this, and I think I've already put in 5 to 10 hours just on the demo shit alone. This thing is one of the greatest things to ever happen to single-player card games, the genre. It is, you don't sit there and think about your moves. You can if you want to, but you can play it it's very basic, just like Vampire Survivors. But it rewards you like you play a 0-cost card, and then all the 1-cost cards are double effective. And then if you play a 1-cost card, all the 2-cost cards are double effective. So you're just trying to go 0, 1, 2. Oh shit! Okay, back to 1, then a 2. You're just trying to optimize that way. But everything just is a different way to do damage or to buff your character. And once you get into the swing of things, it is fast. Unlike a lot of these games, like you just fling out cards as fast as you can and traverse the dungeon as fast as you can.
I'm so excited about this.
And it is all with the Vampire Survivors music and the bad voice acting and just like everything's like, kind of got that shit aesthetic, but it looks really good. It works. It looks really good. Yeah, like I love this thing. And I was mad because it was a demo, and I had to it was preventing me from progressing further. And I was
did it?
Dang it! I want to keep progressing.
Was it a time thing, or did it just say
no? It's just there's Vampire Survivors has like unlocks, and like there's like 130 right now in crawlers. I think there's probably going to be 500 in survivors right now, or something like that. And you just keep unlocking and moving, but it's only got 2 levels, and it limits what you can unlock. So you have 30 unlocks, which is already a lot, but.
How far out is this? Do we know?
I don't know, but I want it now.
Yeah, I do too. I want this one.
And the thing about the game too is, so because the game's kind of simple and kind of off the rails, I had a build in my last run that I did where I was able to go infinite on mana and card draw and never give the opponent a turn. But you know what happens when you do that? The cards start to shatter like glass. And then I kept playing the cards, and then death showed up.
Oh.
But it was still my turn, so I kept doing it, and I shattered another card, and a second death showed up. And then finally, because I broke the cards that was giving me the infinite combo, they just one-shot me and killed me and ended my run. And I was like, instead of like designing the game to be like, we're going to break your infinite combos, they're like, no, you can make an infinite combo, but we're gonna mess you up back. And I was like, that's awesome. That's such a great way to resolve that problem, is to leave the broken shit in the game, let the game detect it, and then end your run early as a punishment for being clever. And I just liked it. The game is fantastic.
I think this looks really great. Yeah, this is one of them.
It's fast and furious. It's not like, oh my god, I've got to decide, do I put block up I got to make a decision between two difficult things, roguelike style. This game's like, please fling cards quickly. Thank you.
I love it. I love the whole attitude about it. That's great.
Yeah, it is good. So I'm going to buy this and play the hell out of this. Please release it as soon as possible. Thank you.
Nice. That is called Vampire Crawlers, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Great demo. Next up on the list, Zaum, who made Disco Elysium, really one of the greatest RPGs ever made. You know, there's a lot of history there. Are we really going to play the other game? I was pretty down. I was like, I don't know. I think it's just a one and done thing. Well, let me introduce you to the demo for Zero Parades for Dead Spies. Or Zero, I don't know. Zero Parades for Dead Spies.
This is the one I saw you playing the other day.
Yeah. So this is their sequel. I don't know where it takes place. It looks very disconnected from the previous game, but it is definitely a Zaum text adventure game right from the jump. And let me tell you, I am way more excited for this even than the story of the first one, or the Disco Elysium game.
Very nice.
In Disco Elysium game, you kind of play like a loser, right? Like you find out you're a real turd. And you can, because you get amnesia, you can be whatever you want. Like Planescape Torment, you don't remember your previous lives, so you don't have to behave how you found out you behaved in the past, right? But it's still a very depressing game. Now, I think this game will be very depressing and very adult. However, in this game, it's all about spycraft. You are a spy that's been put in the freezer. Whatever the hell the freezer means. It could mean you were in this game literally frozen or just on vacation, but you are a career spy of like 12, 15 years, and you get reactivated. And the game starts with you basically being invited, getting sent out to do an operation, finding your handler. You're not quite, he's zeroed out, but he's not dead in a way that you can identify, so you can't really say it. And so the mission's over. It starts with your mission being like, forget it.
Mm.
And I think you have to choose whether or not to peel back. You don't know what the mission is. You haven't even been briefed, Yeah. But, I found a guy, and then I found my folio with my history on it, and then I decided to eat it to hide the evidence. And I found a weird... So the stats in this aren't health and morale. Your health bars are fatigue, which sounds like exactly what it is, anxiety. Uh-oh. So I got so stressed out, I lost a skill point in something already. And I didn't even leave the first room because I got stuff because there's a guy. What's going on with him? You just do things and you get stressed out. You're like, oh shit, I'm taking anxiety damage.
Yeah.
And then there's delirium, and I put a record player into a record thing, but it didn't play music and play weird light. It showed weird lights. And the longer I looked at the lights, I started taking delirium damage. So I stopped and didn't find out what's on the disc. But I took the disc because I got to figure out what's going on with the damn disc. I'm already hooked. I'm already in the story. I'm like, what is going on here? I want to find out more. And I think there's probably a lot more to the demo, but I don't know when this is coming out. I don't want to spoil it. I know now that I'm like fully hooked by this game. I went from interest level 0 to interest level 10 on this thing.
So this is all voiced or no?
Mostly voiced.
Mostly voiced. Okay.
Like I think the Final Cut put voices for everything. There's a lot of voice work, but it's not 100% voiced.
Okay.
Maybe
but
they'll do the same thing with this.
Yeah.
Maybe if it does well enough, they do hey, we recorded it all.
Yeah.
I will say they did there. So far, it feels like there's enough vocal work. Like I'd say it's like 80% vocal work right now.
Well, I don't want to get in the weeds or anything, but these are the same people that have been having all the issues, and this is the same team? Is this different people making this?
No, so it's just some of the people.
Okay.
Most of the original creators and stuff are gone.
Right.
And there's some question about whether, the people who were the creators kind of took advantage of people, and the people that did the hard work were the ones taken advantage of, and they're still part of Zaum.
Oh, that would help.
So this game is kind of going to show you if like they kind of ace another game like this, like maybe the other guys are kind of full of shit a little bit,
I could see that.
And there's like 4 other games like this from people splintered off, so we'll see what those are about. Like who knows? And like I don't know, and I've watched enough content of it that it's like I can't tell at this juncture. So all I know is they started playing this. I was hooked by the story. I think it's way more interesting to be a capable spy than a weird, drunk, speed addicted, sad man. um, so I like already based on the premise, it's more like in line with how I looked at the first game, where I was like, I'm going to try really hard to solve this mystery. I think it's actually your character's more of a tryhard and not a sad loser, and I find it already more intriguing than the first one. So yeah, I'm stoked.
All right. Looking forward to that one.
Yep. Super good. I recommend giving it a try. All right, let's move on. Pragmata. John said this game, you know what? We were kind of like, I don't know, man. A puzzly game with a little girl on your back. This has got to be shit, right? And John's like, I don't know, man. Low key, this is probably pretty good. Let me tell you, this game, it's fun. I liked it.
All right.
It is a 7. It's a definition of a 7 on 10 game. It does things like put text logs and full screens that pause the action, which is like, ugh. However, the game looks nice. The puzzle thing is not too hard. It's interesting enough that it makes for interesting gameplay. I liked it. I found like I'd play more of this. It's got like a clean Dead Space vibe to it, like not horror. It's like robots, but it just feels like that kind of a game, and I like that kind of a game.
Like the story that was being told and all that, like I don't know.
It's a little hard to say.
It's hard to say. I will say this. I don't know if they did this on purpose or if it just worked that way, but it's definitely got Resident Evil 1 voice acting vibes.
Oh,
where
really?
It's like, the girl will be like, hey, we should go open that door. And he's like, do you know, when I worked, I dealt with a lot of doors. It's...
You're selling me on this game now. I want to play it.
I had a similar reaction to this where I couldn't tell if the main guy that you play was being intentionally kind of a cheeseball to kind of fit that like parental figure type role it's hard to tell if it's being done earnestly or if it's, kind of bad. I can't because I can't say for sure because like there's a part where once you beat the demo where he's like, all right, good job. And he puts his hand up for like a high five. And she's just like kind of stares at him. And he grabs her hand and makes her hit his hand. He goes, this is what we do when we say good job. And it's like, it's super cheesy, but at the same time, it's very parental. And so it's very hard for me to look at it and go, it's bad versus it's an intentional decision. I probably would have to play more of the game to know for sure.
Can't tell yet. But I secretly hope it's just bad localization because I think that'll make the game better, honestly.
Yeah, looks like a trip.
I like. We already have Dead Space, and they're really serious voice acting in that. I think this game's more. I think it's okay. What I'm saying is, I think I play this. I think this. I would pick this over a number of games. It's actually kind of low key better than I expected as well. So that's a good one. All right, next up on the good list is Wanderburg. Do you like Survivor likes?
I do.
What if instead of a vampire dude, you played as a castle on wheels?
Oh, I heard about this.
That's Wanderburg, and you shoot other castles on wheels. And there's little castles, and there's big castles. And when you ram the castles in the butt, you knock them really far, and they do goofy things. And it's hard. I die a lot in this one because there's a lot of chaos. See, that big castle just railed me with a giant cannonball.
I love the paths.
It's chaotic and fun, and I find it a little hard, but I just overall like the aesthetic. So I think I will definitely play and pick this one up if it isn't too expensive.
Yeah, it's at least it's doing something new. Like at least even visually, I'm just like, this is not like the rest. This is a very cool.
It's really goofy, but goofy in a way that I respond well to.
I loved it when you run over their crops, you just get gold for that. I think
that's how you pick things up. You can pick up farmers and stuff for your castle. I have no idea what anything does though. Except the arrows. If you run headfirst into a giant pile of arrows, you will die, as you just shown there.
That's awesome.
So good game.
I want to play that.
Next up, a game that I wasn't expecting at all to be playing right now that put me into this is a game called Underkeep.
Okay.
It is an Eye of the Beholder style dungeon crawl, Legend of Grimrock, that kind of deal. Yeah, you have a party of 4 people.
Oh, I saw this on TikTok and lost my shit and went immediately to wishlist it. It looks amazing to me.
Yep. So I played a little bit of it. The difference with this one is that the art is gorgeous. Like most of the demos in a field, the field looks fantastic. Yeah. It is a great game. And I played a little bit of it. It hits just right. The menus just hit right. Visually, it looks good. It has a little bit of the Baldur's Gate dialogue choices in it. It's simple. One of these. In fact, I was so hooked on this, I've actually started playing Legend of Grimrock, which is a 12-year-old game.
Oh yeah, man! I love these kinds of games.
Yeah, it's just I've been talking for weeks. Like, I just need a dungeon crawl, and I'm like, oh, Legend of Grimrock's a thing, and like Underkeep reminded me of the existence of this style of game, and that it might be what I'm looking for right now. As it turns out, it is
like wizardry back in the day. Love that stuff.
Big wish list for me, but the game actually looks good. Like in terms of like the art, it isn't just like, oh, we did pixel art and it looks sort of shitty, but it's fine. It's like actually I think the stuff looks pretty decent. Yeah, I like this. And weird, like you see that guy with 6 eyes. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
So
you want him on your team.
Yeah. So
Underkeep, that's called.
Underkeep.
Underkeep.
Yep. And so that was my good list. Moving on to the okay. So still good, but yeah. The first one actually I liked quite a bit. It's coming out in a few days. It's called Esoteric Ebb. But I had a weird reaction to it. So this is a disco-like that basically you play the worst cleric in this fantasy city, and it plays like Disco Elysium, except it has full D&D rules, where it literally has spells from D&D, and it's the stats like strength, dexterity, wisdom, intelligence, constitution, and charisma talk to you like the voices. And the thing I don't like about it is it almost pulls too much from Disco Elysium in terms of you have amnesia and wake up in this place and your weird stats are talking to you. And I almost got a little turned off by it because I'm like, okay, guys, like this is way too close to the bone. But I read some reviews and they said it's just the opening that's like that. It does become its own thing. So I'm still going to buy this and play this. It comes out in a few days. I liked it enough that I think it's pretty good. It's called Esoteric Ebb, and you'll probably be hearing more about it soon because I am going to be playing that.
It's interesting. You're starting to see these disco likes now. It takes this long to make a game like this.
I think I've known about this one for a while. There's been a lot of trailers for it. Yeah. I think it might be the only one that's really. The guy's been like out there publicly saying he's a big fan of like Disco Elysium and stuff like that. So it's like very intentional. It's almost like a satire of the game, so you'd have to have played Disco Elysium to get full enjoyment from some of the stuff, maybe.
Sure.
All right, moving on. Arms of God. This is a survivor's like where you play a holy warrior that's kind of like Doom Guy. Everything you see on the package right now.
The look of that. That looks all right.
Yeah, but everything you see there is what the game is. There's no like hidden mystery to the game apart from that. However, I will say there's a lot of upgrades. So if you like making builds, there are a ton of options. You have like that Bill Burr in Star Wars. He has that arm on his back.
Yeah,
you get 4 of those, right? So you have your weapon, and you can click the button to use your hand weapon, and then you got 4 Bill Burr arms.
All right.
And you fight zombies in churches, and that's what you see is what the game is. You walk around and stuff shoots at the bad guys, and you do that for 30 seconds.
So it's one of those. All right.
It's one of those, and it was just okay. I'm not going to recommend it, but
sure,
I'm not going to not recommend it. It's good. Like, if that looks interesting, get it.
Sure.
Right. Next up is Armatus. It is a roguelike Warframe style game. So it feels a lot like playing Warframe, but you play someone in a porcelain set of armor. I skipped the story bits because I just wanted to try the demo. So I have no idea what the story is. Looks like there's some prayer shit. And you spawn in and you go through these doorways, and the doorways have these like levels that are like, these arenas that are just like dilapidated city areas, and you shoot the demons, and then once you're done with the zone, you get an upgrade.
There's a vibe here I like, though. I like some of the look of this.
However, I like the Warframe control schema, and it's the movement isn't quite like Warframe, but like just the aiming third person action is very Warframe, very Soulframe, and it was fun. So I think there are big Warframe players because even some of the menus and like aesthetics to the UI remind me a bit of Warframe as well. So I liked it. I don't know. Will I buy it? I don't know.
I love space religion and holy warrior shit. I'm into it.
Yeah. But like, it was definitely good. Like, I definitely enjoyed the demo. So yeah, there you go.
All right.
Armatus. That's what that is.
All right.
Next up is I'm surprised I didn't like this more. It's called Wild Blue Skies. This is, I think, the people who made Star Fox making Star Fox, but without the IP. And it is gorgeous.
Chuck.
But I just couldn't find the fun.
The cow's name is Chuck. Sorry, that's funny. Go ahead. Keep going. Oh, look, he's a fox, too. Or, well, something. Or a dog.
Yeah, his name's Bowie. I'm not sure if he's a fox or a dog. It's called Wild Blue Skies, so it's not in the name. But as you can see, it's Star Fox. I just wasn't feeling it.
Okay. Might be
and
good.
I have good memories of Star Fox, and it looked good. I just wasn't doing something right. I don't know. But I don't know. It was okay. Just okay.
Okay. Here's some of the flying there, chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very Star Fox.
It looks visually, it looks great. It looks like Star Fox. I just had a hard time hitting things. Oh, there's me dying.
Cut right to bow exploding.
I wasn't very good at it, so maybe if I'm better at it, I'd feel better about
it.
So that's okay. Next up is Farever. All right, so Farever is a Zelda-like third-person action RPG that's kind of MMO light, and it was just okay. I think I didn't play very deep. I was just on the shore. Like, I liked it. I could see as a casual game, especially on a Steam Deck, like it would be kind of fun to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't blow me away either. It was okay. But I think the big draw is like it's multiplayer in a Zelda world, which I think.
Yeah, I'm getting vibes. I'm getting Zelda vibes, and also that game I played last year that was, I cannot remember the name of that game. Anyway, it was similar to this, like MMO style stuff, but you're kind of you and your friends, and that's it.
Yeah, you level up. You get like 8 buttons, or like there's a lot of empty slots there for buttons to put stuff in. Seemed like fun, and it's MMO light in the sense that like there was 30 or 40 other people milling around in various parts that I just noticed.
Oh, interesting, like public zone.
Yeah. So it's like it's a public server with people too. So you can group with your friends, but you'll just see people in the game world. It's interesting. I favorited it or wishlisted it, and I'm gonna monitor it because I did. Yeah. I did like what I played.
I kind of like the name Farever. I kind of like that.
Yeah, Farever. It's like somebody misspelt forever. Or you're in the South. Like, how long are you going to have that sign up? Farever?
Yeah, it's kind of Canadian even, a little bit.
All right. Next up, we have a dice roguelike called Rune Dice.
I kind of want to. This one popped for me so hard when I first saw it, but now I'm nervous because you put it in your.
Graphically, it's like a better looking penguin.
Yeah.
It has the combat at the top and the business below. The way the actual mechanics of the game work is you take your dice. It's usually a 1 you have there, and you play pool with the dice. And any dice you hit, if they're the same and they match, they go up to a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and bounce around. What's kind of hard is you want to do more than 1 dice at a time, and I found that a little bit challenging. But mostly, fun little time waster. I wouldn't, swing for the fences on buying this like it's the savior for gaming. However,
the physics are doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. That's making my brain tweak.
But this might be an enjoyable deck game. I certainly enjoyed playing it. My first run, I made it to the end of the demo. I didn't hate it. I liked it actually, but it was not my favorite thing I played. But it's good. It's decent.
All right, fair point. That's called Rune Dice.
Rune Dice. But maybe with more content, it'll be even better. So there's that.
Sure.
Now we're gonna get to the not so great, and not so great for pretty bullshit reasons. Mostly these are decent entries. First up, we have Twilight Imperium, which is a board game I've talked about on the show where you have to book a whole weekend to play a 4X, Stellaris board game. And I'm like, they're digitizing this? That's awesome. I love this idea, but the demo was just space battles. So the marketing had board games on it, like the full board game in it. But when I played the demo, it was just the space battle component, and that was boring.
So that's probably just, hey, here's the taste, but we're doing the whole thing.
I didn't know what was going on, but I felt disappointment because I was hoping to try the board game. But whatever. So, but it gets a thumbs down for me. But I will still check it out if it fully launches with everything.
There you go.
So that's why it's not so great because it was just not an interesting demo. Next up is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Guys, it's Left 4 Dead.
Ah, shit.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Is that good? That's sometimes good, depending on if it's
down
good.
to the I'm reloading. Like, I'm just
Reloading.
Like, oh, no. It's
Damn it,
zombies.
Bill.
The game looks good and runs good, and you can tell some good effort was put into it. I just don't want to play Left 4 Dead. That's all it was. It's just like the assault rifles and zombies, and not my favorite genre.
So this is a get from point to point and survive. It's not an extraction shooter you're trying to get out with.
No. It's literally like you have this truck, drive the truck, shoot some zombies. They made a big deal about the winch. I fucking love the winch. So basically, if there's a door, you shoot the winch at it and pull the door open. Incredible. Like, it is cool, but the characters were like, man, the winch is so awesome. So yeah, I just play Darktide. I think the problem with this is like, it's not like it's a bad game or anything like that. It's just it doesn't evolve the tech up in any meaningful way. And there's a game like this I'd just probably rather play. So that's kind of where I'm not gonna.
Before I forget, because this is not an extraction shooter, I did get a text this week that I didn't put in our doc, but I want to read it real quick since it came up. It was literally aimed at John, and it says, John is insane about extraction shooters. He likes one. It's called Dwarf Game, duh. And his name is Peter, Peeder. Peter.
Oh, Deep Rock Galactic, he means?
Deep Rock Galactic is what he's talking about.
I think that could be probably true. I don't know. Maybe that's going to upset extraction shooter purists. That is a cooperative PvE game, and to me, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
It takes extraction literally because you're extracting minerals literally.
True.
And 2, you have to get out. But I think the extraction genre is, you need to lose the items you found. It needs to be cruel. But Deep Rock Galactic's not cruel.
No, it's not. But this one looks like it's got a lot of zombies, so we'll watch for this coming.
Yeah. That was one thing that was impressive, was that they do draw a lot of zombies on screen at once. I don't know if it felt like more than I've seen in many other games.
Did it feel quintessentially at all John Carpenter, or is it just his name on it? He's a big gamer. He likes games, so I was curious if it. I'm
not familiar enough with the franchise. It just felt like Left 4 Dead, to be honest. There wasn't anything iconic. Like, I got bored. Like, I didn't even make it through the demo. I played 20 minutes and went like, I just don't want to play. And
okay,
I just feel bored. It feels like a chore, and I don't want to diss the game because it seemed well put together, not buggy. I'm sure someone will find this fun. It was just, for me, it was a bit boring.
Sure.
Yeah. And so last on the not so great was Far Far West, which again is actually a pretty good game. That's why I say, when I say not so great, I don't mean like it was a turd. Like, this game seems like well put together. Someone will find it fun, but it's basically Helldivers 2, except you're a robot cowboy. And
it's like the dig people do that a lot.
Yeah, it has that SteamWorld Dig vibe to it.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, the shooting's good. You can mount up on a horse. I like that. Overall, the vibe is like pretty neat, but it just felt like not like, I just feel like, it made me want to play Helldivers.
You'd rather play Helldivers than this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same game, but without the humor. And like the shooting's everything's just okay. Where there's just a better version of the game. Maybe feel like Sea of Thieves. It has that Sea of Thieves sort of feel to it a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little sparse looking graphically. It's not too.
Yeah, it wasn't too. I mean, I saw some of the promotional material and it looked kind of exciting, but when I got in and was just, I don't know, just wasn't feeling it. It's not that it's bad. I just would play Helldivers 2 over it and recommend it.
Makes sense.
And so those are all the games I tried. Woo,
we did it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 15 games.
And like I told
15 games.
And like I told everybody, all of those, plus what John played, plus what I played, plus the stuff you're about to talk about, all of it will be in the show notes if you got lost or confused. Also, Dear Martha at the end of the show. Just listen.
There were games I didn't get to. There's a TMNT VR game that looks pretty dope. I wanted to try. And there's Scott Pilgrim had a demo too, which I was curious about, but it's coming out soon. So
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VR game.
Yeah, Empire City.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when it's coming out, but I've already had my eye on that for a while. I just didn't realize there was a demo. I just didn't feel like getting the headset out.
Yeah,
I got a number.
One of the downsides of those things.
Yep, that's true. But it does look good. I think you can play as all the Ninja Turtles, and you take out the Foot Clan with the weapons.
You can get pizza in VR.
Yeah, it's got a comic book style to it rather than a realistic style.
Does it have what's his name? Bebop Ready? No, Bebop and
Rocksteady. Bebop Ready.
Be ready.
Yeah, be ready. It's great in Cypress Hill. I didn't try it, so I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, that's what I mean. There was other demos left on the floor that I'm like, damn, I didn't even try everything. Another one was there's like a Spore kind of game, Voidling Bound, that was overwhelmingly positive.
You make your own organisms or something?
You make your own organisms and fight them like action Warframe style.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah.
I want to try it. Yeah,
this is reviewed well.
Yeah.
So that's coming. That looks like, oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if somebody could get that game right, that'd be great because we've gone a long time now with Spore not working out, Yeah,
this is basically a Spore game, and it looks colorful and it honestly looks great. I'm downloading, so I do want to give it a try.
Can I make penises out of the people?
I don't know.
Okay, because that's a tradition of the Spore community is we make wieners.
I will give it a try, maybe.
Yeah, let us know back. Come back to this next week. We'll circle back.
You could try it too if you want.
Yeah, that's true. I could try this video game.
All right. But anyways, those are the demo games I played. Thank you for sitting through all that.
Sure. That was great. I thank you for not only putting yourself through playing them all, but you very meticulously got video of everything, put them all at the right timestamps. That was great.
Yeah. You did a lot of work.
Yeah. So thanks for that.
And people love this. Every time Next Fest comes up, somebody's like, I hope they cover a bunch of stuff. And Resident Evil, I wasn't going to do it. So I'm glad.
True. Bad week for you, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I wasn't going to do it either. I just randomly decided to do it.
Well, we all benefited from your random impulsive behavior. So thank you for that.
All right. So I got to touch base on a couple other games real quick. Moving on.
Yeah.
We survived session 2 of Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode.
Oh, yeah.
It's not too exciting. We don't get through a lot, but we did the battle in front of the Druid Grove. I think I talked about it earlier in the show, so I just feel like I'm talking about it again. We're still alive, okay?
Yeah.
There's still many more hours to go, but and there wasn't anything too harsh to tell except one combat we took with the windmill gnome and the goblins. We got railed with a smoke powder bomb, like on the first turn, the first move. And 2 guys went down already, and it wasn't looking good. But we recovered and won.
Did you talk to Dave, the character?
He was hanging out in chat for a while, but he had to go.
Oh, he showed up. That's cool.
Oh no, we didn't talk to Halson. I'm just going to get out ahead of this.
That was a really funny misunderstanding of the question. I was like, we talked to Dave.
Yeah, Dave was there. He was chilling.
He watched for a bit.
Yeah.
But it's really funny because like. The people I play with have feelings about the characters, like in that they hate a lot of them. But I always take it semi-personally because I'm like, I love the characters, first of all. But 2, I feel like more of a closer attachment to them. Not just because Dave's around, but Dave also knows the actors. And, they've all heard the show and stuff like that. Who knows which of them are listening. So I'm always like, guys, be nice to all the NPCs. Like, I just feel very defensive in a way where normally if someone's just like, I hate this character, you can eat shit. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care. But, I'm just like, you guys better be nice to Halson or I'm stopping, turning this car around and going home.
Yeah, it's personal now, I get it.
But I think they don't. Anyways, whatever. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think it was Astarion. It's like, why do we got to pick up that asshole? I'm like, guys, you want voice actor? They all just hate Astarion. They're not thinking about the voice. They're thinking about it like we think about most stuff in video games. It's just like, this bud or whatever.
Yeah. It's like Homer Simpson once said, it's funny because I don't know him.
So I feel like I'm
now we know people
with that stuff. Yeah. It's just, and I'm just like, man, don't be that mean, to Astarion.
Sure. But your fight continues for honor.
Actually, what's really funny is also they really hate Shadowheart too. Which is fun.
That's fighting words for Scott right there.
Yeah, don't hate on her. She's the best in there. Plus, she went on to do good things in John's Game of the Year last year. Like, I think
what it is their only experience of the game is multiplayer, so all the NPCs feel like a drag on our time, which makes sense.
I see.
So all that to say is I'm probably going to try and just get them all killed so we don't have to deal with them. And I want Dave to know it's nothing personal or anything like that in case he watches one of the streams and we're like, time for Halson to die. It's just for the good of the playthrough and not doesn't reflect how I feel. Thank you for coming to my apology session. All right. Yeah, apart from that, I look forward to more on Sunday. Hopefully we survive. If not, it's back to some other
curtains.
Game. We're still overwatching.
Yep.
I'm still overwatching.
Yeah.
And
right.
I don't need to talk about it any more than that. Fun game.
Great game.
Are you doing an awesome shield if you tank?
Do you have an awesome shield? Or how do you do this shield? Is it awesome?
Mostly I hear nothing if I played good, except I get endorsements. And then if I'm bad, which I had a couple of games where I was bad,
Well, if you get into voice chat with the randos, you might hear
told to uninstall.
Awesome shield. Yeah.
The thing is about people are going to say shitty things is they're going to wait till the last second of the play of the game and then comment, because then you're out of match and you can't respond back.
Yeah. Because they're cowards and buttholes.
Yeah. I think I played on one character and I was like, they were like, the healers have more damage than the guy who played this character. And it's like, I missed a lot of shots. I was getting chased down. Like, God damn it. Like, I have like 30 good games and then one bad game and some wuss.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm talking to you. Some wuss at the last 2 seconds of the match is going to make a comment then. Like, make a comment in the middle of the match so we can have
let's talk it out, buddy.
Awesome shield.
Anyway.
Awesome shield.
Awesome shield, though. Yeah.
Anyways, but it's Overwatch. It's a game.
Yeah.
I played a lot of it. All right. Next up, I checked out the Marathon Server Slam, which kind of counts as a beta thing.
Still going. Yeah.
So I wanted to see. I was curious. I wanted to see what it's about.
And what's it about?
So it was cool getting in and finding out the backstory. It looks like a lot of the marketing material you've seen already, where it's like they flash brains across your face. And the humanity went to some Tau City. And now we're mercenarying up the planet. What happened here in the 400 years between the time we lost contact with them from Earth? Who knows? But you're just a consciousness that gets put into shells.
Yeah, they call them
to
shells.
go and collect Band-Aids off the planet's surface.
Oh, wait, are they straight up just getting like normal?
Well, I didn't find anything cool except for like Band-Aids and batteries. It's fucking awesome that we went 4,000 light years away from the planet just to collect batteries and Band-Aids, but all right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just making it is what I've done so far, but
it is an extraction shooter.
It's a Bungie shooter game.
Yeah.
So far the using the guns, shooting the stuff, the UI and feedback, banging, super good.
As one would expect from that team.
Doesn't feel like Arc Raiders where you're just broke and have junk for guns. Your guns seem to work okay, and everything looks styling. And this other thing I will say is whether or not whatever the genre of game is, the level design is amazing. It's very detailed. There's lots of computery stuff and things to look into. And you're like, I'm just in some corridor, but the corridor, is telling a story. With their environmental design, like it's pretty good. And the highlighter shit, I feel like it's bugging me less when I'm actually in the game. Like it is a part of the aesthetic, but I'm buying into the world and it's okay. It's good. Here's what happened on my first match, though. I went into a match with two other people, got match made. We all had our voice comms off, and that was fine. And we spent a good 15 minutes walking around, picking up Band-Aids, batteries, shooting some robots. And it was fun. I was having a great time. And it was time to head to Extraction. And we slowly made our way to Extraction carefully. But we were on the beginner server, and I wasn't expecting much resistance. I don't think they were either. I was playing as the recon shell, and I saw a robot, so I decided, hey, I'm going to send out this pulse that I can do to check and zero in on where the enemies are. And then something happens. The symbol I never saw pops up on my screen. Looks like maybe a teammate went down behind me. And then I turn around and a second teammate went down behind me. Well, and there's another player, shot both of my teammates in the back, and I'm like, oh, here's my first PvP encounter. Let's go. I shoot once, and his buddies come around the corner, and they all rail me in 2 seconds. Just, 10 feet away from the thing, and the game stopped being fun because we just got railed by some random PvPers. I don't understand the appeal of the genre at all. Like, it's the lamest shit in the universe. because I was having a good time in the game, exploring, picking stuff up. And then somebody decided to be cruel because that's how this genre is. It's cruelty. It's like, oh, you picked up some stuff. You picked up batteries and Band-Aids. Those are my batteries and Band-Aids now. So I don't know. I liked it. I want to like it. It's very irritating to just get blown up by people that get the jump on you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And
it's not like you just respawn and keep fighting, right? You're done.
You go back to base. I lose all my gear.
Yeah.
So I got nothing. So I just take a beginner box again. And I'm like, is this my fate? Do I do this 50 times until I get good and don't get to actually keep something?
And then make others feel this bad?
Yeah. Is it fun to be like somebody spent 30 minutes collecting shit and I killed them and now their Band-Aids are mine?
Yeah. Hoarding them Band-Aids.
I'm not really looking forward to an outcome where it's like finally I'm on top and I killed and got the Band-Aids and batteries. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to keep an open mind. I'm going to try it again. But the game was great up until the point I got killed by another team. And then I didn't enjoy it that much.
It may just be that genre is not for you.
And John. It wasn't like we had a firefight. Like it was like we just got ganked in the back.
Right.
And that happens in Overwatch, right? But here's what happens when someone sneaks around you, gets a good kill on you, and you see the replay. In 10 seconds, I'm back in the match.
Yeah.
I didn't have to wait. I didn't have to spend 15 fucking minutes collecting batteries before that happened. So, that's... Yeah. I feel like Overwatch is just saving me a lot of time, and I'm getting more games in than having to walk around and pick shit up, so.
Yeah, and Marathon and Arc are actually known... Their whole thing is that they're less... Tarkov-y in terms of how much time you get trapped into. And
this is why I avoided Tarkov to begin with, because that's what the game sounded like for dickheads only. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be offensive, but that's just, I get really salty when I get killed for no reason. I don't know. I don't know. There's something wrong with me. It just feels cruel. It just feels like cruelty to the game.
That's why the genre doesn't work for me. It's just like if I play a multiplayer, competitive game, to me, I'm going in with the contract that I'm going to try and shoot them. They're going to try and shoot me. And that's what we're doing. If I'm playing this, it's kind of like, well, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. And it kind of feels like just out in the world PvP in World of Warcraft, where it's like, people only really want to fight when they have an absolute guarantee to win. Mm-hmm. You're not seeing epic playing. Again, I might be speaking from ignorance. It's not like I play all of these. This is my interpretation from the outside. But it feels like it's just who managed to get the drop on who. And, now you've just wasted your time. And I'm sure that feels good on one end. But maybe I was just there to collect stuff and do, maybe my goal was something else, and I'm just not interested in it. And it's for people; they can enjoy it, and it ain't for me.
I think the genre would be better if you could just extract, you put a hot air balloon in and put your shit in it. You know how in Torchlight you had a dog and you could send the dog back to sell your shit?
I used to love the dog. Yeah.
If I'm out in the world and I could get ganked, so here, let me save my items, then I probably wouldn't care as much. It's this is the kind of genre. But the fact that all I got was these Band-Aids are valuable to me. I'm trying to start the game. It's not like it's not like, oh shit, I got a legendary item. Now people are gonna want to get me.
It's your Band-Aid business you're trying to get off the ground.
APB did this right, man. APB was like cops versus robbers PvP, but no one really messed with each other because it was only until people started committing crimes, and as your wanted level goes up, do you start appearing on the map because people are calling you like that. So it's a risk reward thing. You could just go in and just try to do some minor crimes, get some shit and get out, and the cops wouldn't mess with you if you're the robber.
Right.
But if you were going crazy, doing a mass shooting somewhere, then the cops will see you, and then you'll get into PvP big time, right? And it's I guess Extraction is more about stealth gameplay or whatever, but it just feels like I should, or even Sea of Thieves did that. The more PvP combat you do, the more your wanted level increases. Therefore, you're finally worth going after. So that anyone at a low state is not worth going after, right?
Right.
But I'm on these servers, and it's they don't know what I have or don't have, so they might as well default kill everybody, it's just been my experience. I just get shot at. No matter it's an enemy. The odd time someone says, "Oh, hey, friendly," that makes for a cool social experience. But I think as a game design perspective, I don't know. It's just not that interesting to me, I guess.
Man, the guy in Marathon who shot you, he felt pretty good about what he did.
Yeah, they're probably noobs. We got those noobs.
Yeah.
Look how easy they were. Pwn them.
And that thing lasts until this weekend's over, and then that's over.
Yeah,
right?
But that being said, I liked everything about the game. It feels like they're telling a story, and it feels like the quest I did while I was there still counted as completion because I pressed a button somewhere. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might still play. I actually really liked it. I just don't like when I get shot randomly.
It's not as fun.
Not even now I'm in combat mode and I have a 5-minute match with somebody. It's over in seconds. I walked around the wrong corner and the team blasts my ass, and then it's okay.
Ass blasted.
Ass blasted. Yeah, they should call it ass blasted.
Marathon blast, or no?
Ass Raiders.
Ass Raiders. I like it.
Anyways, that's the games I played, guys. Thank you for all the time.
Yeah, no problem. We're going to jump straight to our mashup this week before we get out of here. And
there's a mashup? Shit.
It's only a 3-minute one. It's short, but it's...
only 3 minutes. That feels long.
We got to figure out who said this. So it's called Your Poopy, but not you are poopy. It's your meaning possessive poopy.
That's a Bo or a Scott, and I'm gonna abstain from myself. If I need to really pick, I'm gonna say it's a Scott one.
Okay, you said Scott. Bo, what do you think?
It's a Bo one. It's got to be.
Okay,
Bo.
it's Bo. Bo, what do you say?
Who said the thing?
Yeah, who said your poopy?
Scott.
Okay, you might be right. Poopy feels like a
Is
word.
it you are poopy or
no? It's you. It's
your
like
poopy. Ownership of
poopy. It is your poopy.
I'm going with Scott, but it's a shot in the dark. I don't really have a John. Maybe it's not very iconic.
Well, you don't have a lot. you don't have a lot riding on it
to anybody.
Yeah, no,
poopy.
It's more just a dumb thing. But let's see who did it with this. And thanks, Jamie, for this.
I think
there
we
is
said
a place where the finest mashups are forged. The Mashup Guild awaits at patreon.com/mashupguild.
I did the whole read the name. It said "stick a cock in me" or whatever it is. What was the name of that? What was it?
Is that what it said? Was
stick a. What was it?
Roy, stick a cock in me. Salute me, Scott.
Oh shit! Sorry, it's this.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, do it right, man.
Yeah, I almost did like a Hitler thing, and that would have been bad.
It lacks Jamie, get ready. It lacks a tightness.
They hire talented people to make good products, and then they open up their pants, spread their cheeks, squeeze out a large piece of shit, do it like a cake, like they do it in swirls. They swirl the shit on like a cake icing.
Wow.
Isn't it kind of an up yours move?
Yeah, if you put your arm there.
Oh, you got to put your arm there, else it doesn't count.
I don't know why this was ever offensive.
Because you're ramming it up their asshole.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's like, here's my fist. This is the asshole layer. And it's going just
right up it.
This is the asshole layer?
Well, the border or the penetration zone. Or
Today
whatever.
we've learned to penetrate the asshole layer with one's fist.
Wow.
And then I broke up with her shortly after because she told me what I assumed was a lie.
What was the lie?
She told me she was related to George Lucas. I know you aren't. What? So I broke up with her.
That's what I assumed the up yours is all about.
Well,
what did you think it was about?
I didn't know. That's the thing. Well, it was just somebody does this. It just doesn't seem very offensive. Now, if they throw the bird on top of it, just give me a big old bird. I get this because then it's like just added emphasis on the bird.
I think even with the bird up, you're still implying it's going up a butt.
I don't remember what it was. That guy got me.
You just have to go to the next tab. It was Barry McCockiner.
Oh, Barry McCockiner. That was it.
I have a breaking into a school story, but I can't talk about it.
Why?
Basically, just a friend of mine was drunk and went to his old elementary school, broke in, and took a shit in the classroom.
It's always poop.
Did he have kids? I don't think so. I don't think he's even hooked up with
Usually,
anybody.
King's going to want a prince and a princess, so he better get on that.
Well, he's sad right now.
He's sad. Yeah, I wonder if he'll end up with like maybe
sure
Ilaria.
Seaman still works. He's a king. Yeah, they got a bunch of talented people to make a great game, and then they put their finger down their throat and barfed on the game, and then they shit on the game, and they swirled it into a soup.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, and the kid pooping in the class. That's a thing to remember.
I mean, I didn't watch. He could have lied for all I know, but I definitely saw him going to the school.
As he ran to the class to take his dump, he screamed, "I'm related to George Lucas," and then he took a shit.
I was like, I'm not talking to this.
I'm not talking to that kid anymore. He's lying.
All I know is, like, a lot of insults, the person saying it's the one that's losing. Because if it's up your butt, then you've just got a shitty arm, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. Like, big insult. But you can't wait for all my shit to be all over your arm.
I never thought of it
Cool
that
insult.
way. It's really unfortunate and painful that you're receiving it, but it's almost worse that I have to walk away with an arm covered in your poopy. Well,
That's going to be on a future mashup. Guaranteed.
well, you guys were right.
I settled on Bo. I was wrong. You guys go.
Oh, yeah, I thought, yeah, that's right. You switched your vote.
Well, I set him up at least. I get executive producer credit.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
there was no arm poopy without you setting it up. Here's the thing, though. That story you tell, I'd forgotten about it, but the story about the girlfriend who claimed to be related to George
Yeah, that was
Lucas,
play of the game there. The George
I don't know
Lucas
why
line
that's
really
so
sent
funny.
me.
Oh, my gosh, it's so funny to me. I remember the day I heard it. I laughed all night, and then I forgot about it. So, Jamie, thanks for bringing that up
It's
again.
like it's funny for two reasons. One, John's like, I'm breaking up with you because you lied to me about George Lucas. But the fact that she would, that's her lie. Like, who does that?
It's a weird lie, dude.
It's a weird lie.
Yeah.
It's a weird lie.
Although
It's
John,
a
you know,
weird
like
lie.
Star Wars, she was trying to get to your to the crux of the deal, trying to get you really into her or something. I don't
Well,
know.
she should have been honest.
Yeah.
I was a teenager. It's not hard to get a guy interested in you if you're a teenager.
No, John, and he values honesty.
You just have to be vaguely interested.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
of a sudden,
Ding.
That's
and enjoy kitchens. All right. Let's see. That's it. Thank you for that. We appreciate that, Jamie. Frogpants.com/core for all your needs around core. Make sure you email us to show@core.show. I got it. And text us at 10hams.com. Let's do a Dear Martha recap of the games we played today. Let's get that out
Oh
of the way.
boy, better get some speed in you.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. So let's get some music going. Here we go. The games we played this week. Take it away.
My dearest Martha, it is a beautiful day. The sun is coming up, and I'm going to enjoy a nice sip of coffee. But before I do, here's the games that we played. Overwatch, UFO 50, Abathor, Worms WMD, TowerFall, Duck Game, Boomerang Fu, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 6, and Resident Evil Requiem. That's good coffee.
Yeah.
Now, here's a couple of demos that we talked about. Darkhaven, Vampire Crawler, Zero Parades for Dead Spies, Pragmata, Wanderburg, Underkeep, Esoteric Ebb, Arms of God, Armatus, Wild Blue Skies, Farever, Rune Dice, Twilight Imperium, John Carpenter's Toxic Commandos, Far Far West.
Wow.
Oh,
Damn.
soak it in, Martha. Also, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Overwatch again, why not?
Yeah.
And Marathon.
Wow. You did it. You nailed it. You killed it. As always, John is Lord of all things he surveys. If you would like more of this show, you're going to want to be here next week because we'll do it again. Although it should be on a normal Thursday. I don't think there's any reason why we'd have to delay it. But that'll be next week. And if you want to be here live, we usually do it at 1 p.m. on Thursdays, Mountain Time. All right? You can figure out your own time zone. I don't have to help you. You're not children.
Figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. And then that's it. That's all. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Go play some of these games we've been talking about. Play some of those demos and maybe, I don't know, decorate your house in World of Warcraft. That'll do it for us. Until next week, we'll see you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Awesome shield.